Hello Twitter, hello YouTube. It is the Redmen TV watch along. It is RB Leipzig versus Liverpool. Oh yes, in the Red Bull Arena. I'm joined by Steve and by Chloe for this one. We'll be here throughout the entirety of Liverpool's third pre-season game. We know the side. We'll be discussing it in depth and detail. If you're watching this on Twitter right now, then just come over to YouTube and click the link in the description. Join us for the Redmen TV watch along. Thank you very much. Steve, Chloe, exciting times. It's Liverpool's third pre-season friendly. It's an early evening game here in the UK. We know the Liverpool side, Chloe. Before we get started, do you want to go through it?
Yeah, sure. So we've got Adrian in goal, Van Dijk and Kanate as our centre-halves, Arnold and Robertson, Fabinho obviously in the six, Keita and Thiago joining him in midfield, with Diaz, Salah and Firmino as our front three.
That is a strong, tasty side. Now, I was doing some research for this this morning, looking at potential sides. This is Anfield. Steve had that side with one change. It was Nunez for Firmino. Yeah. Can we read anything into the fact that Firmino's in there rather than Nunez?
Probably, yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the team that starts against Fulham. But again, Henderson, there's loads. I mean, it is a stronger team. What I would say is that I think we're going to start seeing less and less of the youngsters getting these minutes now, because ultimately the big guns need those minutes in the leg. So we'll see if they're going to do 2:45s or maybe it's an hour and 30 and a change. I don't know how they're going to plan it out, but I'm not surprised because Firmino's ahead of Nunez in terms of he's been here since day one. Nunez arrived late. He only played 30 minutes against United and another 30 or so against Palace before he took everybody off again. So I don't think it's a huge shock. The guys who were there, pretty much all of them, are ones who have had the minutes in the legs kind of thing. So I'm not that shocked by it, to be honest.
No, I don't think I'm shocked either, but I agree with you. I think this is probably as close to the side as you're going to get between, for Fulham. Now, what the interesting thing for me is, with the amount of pre-season friendlies we've got this season, we've got this one and we've got Salzburg. Is that next Thursday?
Yeah, so they're going to be in Austria they basically, after this game, they're going to fly to Austria for this training camp, and then the game against Salzburg pretty much ends that camp.
And that makes me think, when 4 pre-season friendlies, you've obviously got the Community Shield and another pre-season friendly. The Community Shield is all about fitness, I think, for Liverpool this season. Normally you're looking at maybe 6 or 7 sort of pre-season friendlies before the season rolls around, aren't you, Chloe? So I just wonder whether... I've seen how sort of Twitter's reacted to the first pre-season friendly against Manchester United. I just wonder what's happening with that Community Shield and where our fan base could be at that point, because it feels like it's happening too soon this season and Liverpool will be very much in pre-season mode come that Community Shield.
Yeah, but to be fair, it depends how you look at the Community Shield, because, to be honest, I don't really care about it. I want to win because it's a trophy, sure. It's not a major trophy, though. It's not going to, plan out Liverpool's season in any way. At the end of the season, you're not going to go back and say, remember when we won the Community Shield? Just isn't really cared for. And I'd rather us, if we don't get the results and get to lift it, I'd rather us have a good run out. Everyone be prepared for the next week against Fulham to be ready. And you obviously know we're going to be playing at City up against the hardest opposition. And it'll be good to see where we are in terms of A, fitness, but B, also the decisiveness, because obviously they've had this kind of break. Some of them were obviously in that Nations League qualifying thing, but believe it or not, being a footballer, you have to be in the positions and the situations of actually playing for it all to come back to you. And yeah, obviously your body knows what it needs to do, but Haaland taking you on is going to be very different to if it was Aguero or anyone else, and you've got to put your body in those situations for then you to adapt to the situation. So every game's just a kind of challenge to get better, get more fitness, see what our actual first team is, because there's still places there. Keita here, where's Henderson? Henderson's not in this team. There are places that Jurgen Klopp's looking at and thinking, okay, who's my best to go with? We don't know the full team yet.
The Henderson one's interesting. Sorry, Steve, go on.
I'm just going to say, Klopp's been speaking, as you guys were talking, and he's basically said he's starting Naby. He said, we start Naby and Ibu against their former club because it's Naby's game if you want. I wouldn't be shocked if this Salzburg and these Leipzig games have got something to do with it. We'll sign a player off you, but there'll be a friendly down the line kind of thing. You wouldn't if that's been involved. And he said there, a few will get 60, some will get 45, and some will get 30. So that, again, that's what you're probably going to see less of the youngsters. Back to the Community Shield. I remember last time we were in it and we were 1-0 down, and even then Jurgen made the changes. Like, he made changes and brought like players on, like Shaq comes on, doesn't he, and things like that, where if he was that harsh with the results, he wouldn't have done those kind of things. In the end, we get a draw and go to penalties. But City are in the same boat. They started their pre-season a little bit later. They're only just, into friendlies game. Erling Haaland hasn't kicked the ball for them yet because, again, this little, they call it an ankle niggle that he's got. So I don't think either us or City will be full strength going to that Community Shield. You're right. I don't think this of all seasons, it takes a bit less of a priority because the games that are getting crammed in beforehand, before that World Cup, the fact that it's the first time I think both teams have been really conscious of giving their players a break because they're just not going to. They just don't get that. The delayed Euros, and then obviously they're going to get flogged at this World Cup. I think both Liverpool and City, who are the best in the world, I think in terms of sports science, or two of the best, they've done it differently. Like United, they beat us 4-0 a couple of weeks ago, but they were in training a week before us. Who's right and who's wrong, I don't know. It's different because they're introducing a new manager and new styles and stuff.
Yeah,
Liverpool
I
don't
totally
need that.
understand why they.
We don't. Us and City don't need to do that because I tell you now, the system's not changing. We're going to be 4-3-3. City are going to be 4-3-3, and we're going to play the exact same way. So I don't think there's much coaching that needs doing in these Man United are coaching as well as getting the fitness levels. Liverpool aren't coaching really. They'll be fine little tuning bits like with getting Darwin Nunez and Carvalho and Ramsey integrated, but Liverpool are going to play as Liverpool play. So this team, what I find interesting is that, again, it's the back. That I think there's something you can read into the back four.
Oh, the fact that Canate started.
Yeah,
with
and I know
last week on Friday, and now this week. Yeah, that's the back four.
Yeah, I think Ibu's first choice now in the all season basically, and it'll be Matip and Gomez rotating around him, and yeah, it's hard to argue. I'm a big Joe Matip fan. I'm a big Joe Gomez fan. You could put any combination or any one of those next to Virgil.
But remember last season with the Canate thing, when he was introducing Canate, he'd introduce him in multiple games at once. He wouldn't bring him in one game and then take him out. He'd give him an opportunity to go 1 or 2, maybe 3 games. I still think we're going to see that with Matip, but the games that Matip was getting, maybe put them all on Canate's shoulders and give Matip Canate's games, essentially. Yeah. The fewer amounts of games. But there's plenty more to talk about, of course, before the game kicks off. We're about 6 minutes away now. We're just going to take a dead quick break. We've got a brand new podcast series out. It's made from an old video series that we did, a docu-series about Jordan Henderson, his 10 years at Liverpool. It's been completely turned into an audio series, so have a little look at this.
Hey everyone, just want to tell you that our phenomenal, incredible, unique, world-class Jordan Henderson 10 Years a Red documentary is now available as a podcast. 3 episodes. Episode 1 is going to be available to listen to in your native podcasting app across all good podcasting services for free. That's going to be charting his rise up the ranks at Sunderland, leading up to his move to the mighty Reds. Episodes 2 and 3 covering his rise at the Reds, playing right midfield, fighting against all the odds to become an established Liverpool player. And episode 3, the good stuff, the stuff where he shuffles his legs and lifts loads of silverware.
He's absolutely brilliant footballer.
The dressing room is a much better place with people like him, and he's a wonderful footballer.
My captain.
Episodes 2 and 3 streaming exclusively on Redmen Plus. Head over to redmenplus.com. If you've checked it out in video form and you want to get it on the go, you can get it. If you've never experienced it before, get the incredible Jordan Henderson Hendo 10 Years of Red documentary in your ears right now.
Yeah, check it out. It is absolutely sensational. It's really, free. Really good, and it's free. You can get it on every podcast platform, good or bad. It doesn't really matter. You see some lady, looks like she's enjoying her frites over there in the Red Bull Arena. Wonder how much they cost. I've no idea. So we talked about the defence a little bit, Chloe. The midfield, we sort of touched on it earlier. The fact that there's no Jordan Henderson in there. Hendo's probably going to come in and play the 6 whenever Fabinho comes out of that, out of the side, whether it be on 45 or 60 minutes or whatever. Now, Jurgen's, obviously, Steve mentioned, just come out and said it's because it's a former club. Obviously, Galacci the other way around, former Liverpool goalkeeper. Yep. Do you think it's as simple as Hendo, Thiago, Fabinho come Fulham?
Not really, because
Steve's shaking his head there as well, agreeing with you already.
Not really, because I think Keita had a much improved season last year, and it's also what you're after. Keita and Henderson are two different players. Keita drives us up the pitch, he takes people on. Jordan Henderson's he's your vocal point, he's your captain. I can't see us not playing Jordan Henderson in the first game just because he's your captain.
He's a fantastic sub to introduce, by the way, wherever he comes on. He's brilliant
energy
at it.
everywhere.
There's a huge Harvey Elliott thing in this as well.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But the point with Naby Keita is Naby Keita offers you something different. He's against a Fulham who, I'd imagine, to sit back, Keita can be really, really influential. You mentioned Harvey Elliott there again. I've been really impressed with him this pre-season. We've seen how good he already can be in the Premier League, and he'll be hungry for it. And I'd be excited. Whoever we play, I fully trust in them, and I'm really excited to see who we do go with. And I wouldn't be surprised if the first several weeks there's several changes here and there. Not a major, because they can all do a job, but it'll be fun to see Jürgen try and figure out his starting 11.
I think there's an argument to not play Fabinho in that game. We'll talk about that near the time, but there's certain teams, I think Hendo in the 6 is a better option. That might be one of them. It depends how good. I don't know what Fulham are and who they're going to play and how they're going to sign, but there's an option
Liverpool
to go.
FC have got Thiago in the 6 there.
I'm guessing this is Germany.
LFC TV.
I'm guessing that much.
No, let's not.
Okay,
No,
sound, yeah.
It's them.
Yeah, absolutely fair enough. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, they're doing something. Immense applause for somebody, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think
It's full.
I think you're right in terms of judging this. It's Hendo and Fabinho are splitting the 6 role because they're the 2 6ers. So that's what I'm saying about this. It doesn't really matter. I'll be interested to see where Harvey Elliott plays when he comes on. Is he a midfielder or is he back up front again? We've seen him and Carvalho do a bit of both, haven't we? Which is good because they are both 2 versatile players, and if they're after minutes, then they're going to have to do that. I like that. I like the Fab Thiago Keita balance though. That's the one that plays City in the semi-final and rips them to shreds. It does well against Chelsea in the FA Cup final. No, yeah, I'm right in there saying. It was meant, Naby comes in.
Which, to be honest.
Naby replaces
Thiago's injured
Naby
for the
replaces
capital
Thiago.
one.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Was it even the capital one?
Carabao.
Yeah, that's the one.
It was.
I nearly called it the Milk Cup, Chloe. Fucking hell.
The City one was the one for me. I was like, wow, there's something in that in terms of like getting about against a good team. So yeah, there's lots of. I think, to be honest, this one is more letting Naby play a home kind of thing, which is nice. But again, going back to that first game of the season, I think the only one you can nail on actually is Thiago. I think if it was a better team, then you'd nail Fabinho on. But I think, again, you might say to Fabinho, you play the entire Community Shield, and Henderson plays that one because it might be more that type of game where if you're going to use Hendo in the 6, I know it's early in the season, but like minutes in the legs kind of thing, that's the type of game you'd want Hendo in the 6, and if you do need to look after Fabinho a little bit.
I reckon Fabinho starts first game of the season because it's a week after the Community Shield.
Yeah.
And it's
about managing minutes.
And he's got to, of course. Like, what I find one of the most interesting things I think going into this season is obviously more to do with the 5 subs than anything else, and when managers are going to actually use those substitutes, because you could literally just make 2 changes at half time every week if you're Jürgen Klopp now.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're 3 up, you just would.
Well, even at 0-0, Steve.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any. I just think, are we gonna? The game's kicked off, by the way. Apologies. I was only a second ago, but tactically, you can make a change if you're 0-0. You can make a change if you're 1-0 down, and you don't need to, because you can make 2 changes like that. You don't need to hold one in your back pocket anymore for injuries like you did with the 3, do you? Yeah. I mean, are we going to see more and more managers use subs earlier? Are we going to see first half subs by every manager in the league this season? Like, it's fascinating for me, and it's who reacts quickest to it. Because Trent's got the ball on the right hand side.
I agree with the
big switch there.
Yeah, nice ball. I agree with this. You might see the odd tactical half an hour change, because why wouldn't you if things aren't looking right?
Bobby nearly in already.
Half time, Jürgen's done this before. Like Leicester in the Carabao Cup, he takes the 3 kids off.
Yeah.
He done in Villarreal when I thought he could have took the whole team off in the end. He just made the one, didn't he? Did he take Jota off in the end? And did he bring Diaz on?
He brings Diaz on at half time.
Yeah, and he makes. So yeah, we have. That's what the best thing. The impact of games from the bench is amazing for us.
As we saw last season, as I mentioned before, Hendo's an absolutely brilliant sub. Kanate's got the ball now, plays it into Mo Salah. Nice stuff. Has Kanate got even bigger? Probably.
Nice
he's,
turn by
he's still
Salah.
not. He's still not finished growing. Look at that, Mo.
Oh.
Megs. He's got 1, 2.
Be careful. Yeah, I always think someone's going to welly him in the air when he starts doing that, because I can just imagine if I'm up against Mo Salah and he starts dancing.
Can't wait to see that tomorrow.
Can we talk about...
Is anyone videoing that?
Oh yeah, the team on Saturday. Well, I don't know. I think Liam.
Oh no,
Yeah,
please.
the Redmen TV team. We're in. Yeah.
That goalkeeper kit is bosh for the kids, you know. Just been and got Robin in one this morning, like.
Yeah, because we bought
absolutely loved
the pink
it.
one. We asked Lucas because so we got Lucas the red both kits, and we said to Jessica like, do you want the goalie kit in the shoulder? And she was like, if it was pink, yeah, because it's purple now.
So I basically, Lyra and Jessica are obviously similar ages and stuff, aren't they? And Lyra didn't want the kit because same, it wasn't pink. So she walked out with a women's, she's 5, pink bobble, like beanie hat, and she's wearing it, and it's so, she looks so stylish for a 5-year-old because it's like oversized, you know what I mean? It's proper like on point for trends and stuff.
We got
and then we got her a
a
Hello Kitty sticker set, Liverpool branded, of course.
Lovely.
Brand new Liverpool water bottle with L on it. And she's like, no, I don't want the one with L on, Daddy. I want the one with the liver bird on. So I turned it round and showed her the liver bird. And she's like, that's the one I want. I was like, yeah, all right, dickhead.
It's got both kids. Kids are silly.
What did you want to talk about?
What's Mo Salah got on his right hand? It's like
Fingers.
nice one. No, he's wearing like a strap band thing around his.
Fitbit.
Let's have a look on zooms in.
Yeah.
Might have a little finger in.
Look at
He's just
Thiago.
never done it before. It's a bit like Suarez, just where it doesn't, the strapping
cast.
doesn't go all around his
really?
hand. Yeah.
Suarez used to have the cast thing, didn't he? Maybe Mo's up,
That's nice.
an injury.
Is that
I'm
Naby
just
on the
really
right-hand side
interested.
then, yeah?
Yeah, his hand's going long
That's
towards
good.
him.
I like Naby
Yeah.
over on that
Oh,
right-hand
he's
side.
so,
What a
he's so
touch.
good. He's so good.
Oh.
Is Angelino not playing left-back? Is he playing a little bit further forward now?
The other
He
yeah,
obviously was a left-back at City. And
left
stuff.
winger,
wing.
yeah.
Well, if they 5 at the back.
Oh, look at Mo, he's
He
definitely
plays
highlight.
wing back for them.
So is
doesn't he?
Lewis.
So he's higher up naturally.
This is just, he's a really, attacking, there he is actually, isn't he? He's really attacking left-back, wasn't he? We did a transfer show years ago, at like a scout focus, and we got someone in who was a scout at one of the lower league clubs, and me and him like trawled through stats of potential signings. This was before he went back to City, because he started at City, didn't he? He went back, and we actually picked him as a backup left back, and then we were made up like when someone actually, it was City who bought him back,
He's a good player.
based on the stats and stuff. We were like, oh wow, I'm mad that City would actually get this lad.
He
Um,
scored,
failed on all
and then he
this.
scored against them, didn't he?
Yeah.
Liverpool dominating the ball.
Thiago's
That was
just
a brilliant
so
finish,
fit.
by the way.
He's needlessly sexy on the ball, Thiago. It's wild. Look at him. Boom. Oh.
Power on that, though.
Started quite high up the pitch here.
Yeah, Liverpool doing well.
Started
Wait
quite
for being
well, haven't we?
Evans.
Oh, Thiago.
Just welly someone in a free season
Have
friendly.
that.
Oh, do you remember back when he first came and he was nailed on a yellow
He was,
card?
yeah,
every
there was a
single
couple.
game?
I think I always say this, like it took the bookies about 3 or 4 weeks to get onto the Thiago yellow, and I cashed in
Took
those first few
advantage.
weeks. Like it was an easy win. It was, as soon as the first time I saw him, I was like, he's going to get plenty of yellow cards. It was obvious. He's kind of tight. He's learned to control that a little bit now.
Thought of tradies in the comments. Chris, once the likes of Everton stop pretending 5 subs is unfair, clubs will see the chance for tactical innovation. I think they're all blinded by their own hatred of it to see the.
I think,
tactical
but they voted
things.
for it. So this is the thing. They're one of the ones who wanted it, I think. Yeah.
There you go.
This is
Diaz
a lovely
into
passage
Salah.
of play.
Firmino back
Oh!
to Salah. Oh, it was
That was
so
been
close.
incredible.
Yeah, it was a good little interchange there.
Salah is so sharp, isn't he? He's been absolutely unbelievable for the first 5
I'd
minutes.
say, by the way, if you're watching along,
Look at his arm.
it's got a little band on
It
it.
looks like there's
yeah.
something under it there.
Maybe it's like a little bracelet. Maybe one of his kids made him a bracelet on the holidays and he didn't want to take it off.
Or he's embarrassed about having a friendship band on.
That's what it is. 'Cause, like, yeah, maybe he's taped it up as good luck or something, I don't know. Or it's a Fitbit, like you said, something to do with his heart rate or something. And we get like the video. That's what I was
What's the worst thing it could be?
like
An Everton tattoo.
yeah, scar or something. I don't know, like a mole. I don't know. Like,
A mole.
like a bad mole.
Molly.
What would you think? What's the worst thing you think?
Austin
Could
Powers.
A wanking injury.
Okay, yeah.
Top quality.
He's torn his that. Whatever that is.
That's his wrist.
In a high risk, high reward wanking situation.
Brilliant.
I'm sorry, how have we just got a free kick then?
You asked.
I think he was offside.
You asked.
Where from?
I think maybe he ran back over the...
We took it in there,
Yeah, it's a friendly, and who cares?
Chris Penfold Ivory. Hi, Chris, Chloe, and Steve.
Hello.
Chloe, do you think injuries to Alisson and Jota are a concern?
I mean, we started...
You know.
We started the season we won the league. Adrian was in goal, wasn't he, for the beginning? He did really well. To be fair, Adrian, I don't mind. He's not
You just like his
unbelievable.
eyes.
Yeah, you fancy
I
him.
do like his eyes. His eyes are incredible. As for Jota, it depends how Nunez starts. It depends how Firmino starts. Both of them are going to be integral anyway. Oh my God.
Speaking of that,
him.
Wow, Firmino through to Diaz.
Good defending.
Great defending. He just shouldered him off the ball. Used his body well and then panics and plays it back to
Lovely by
Galacci.
Bobby, wasn't it?
It was incredible.
It was fit.
To meg someone.
Speaking of Bobby, he'll... How tall?
Oh, go on.
Oh.
Little ball over the top. Thiago to Firmino. Drops to Salah, maybe.
It's still there,
Bobby,
boys.
Salah!
Oh.
Goal, offside.
Is he offside?
Is he?
Why would you
No,
say that?
goal.
No, it's a goal.
Go
I
ahead.
don't think he was offside.
That's
I
worse
thought
than
Bobby
me
was
saying
offside.
Nunez is injured.
I thought Bobby was offside to begin with.
Oh, no VAR in this one. Oh,
Yeah.
That's a really good goal. Really good finish.
It was incredible play, that. Virgil, once again, though, winning it first. Absolutely
We've pressed really well, actually. Yeah. Big goal kick forward. Header through. Let's see where you think the
That's
offside. No, there's no offside.
No,
there.
here.
He's onside.
Oh, no, there's...
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, it was the
it's
right
on.
back. Just
Yeah.
held him.
Good finish by Mo Salah.
It was, yeah.
Just slots it bottom corner. He's been
Lovely,
really sharp.
lovely.
It's a bit of good fortune to Fortune. But yeah.
The goalkeeper.
He gives him the eyes, doesn't he? Almost.
No, the goalkeeper made a move first.
Yeah,
Look.
well, yeah, he gives him the little,
falls to
he
his
gives him a
right.
little shuffle watch, little Salah. Yeah, see,
Oh, yeah, he did.
He gives him
He
the
did.
little fake.
It's a nice
Why is he
finish.
that far off his line? Though?
It's freaky. That's why he doesn't play for us.
It wasn't great, like.
Going back to that question from before, the Alisson one I'm alright with because he's there. He's on this.
Here we
train.
go
Oh,
again.
go on with it
Sorry,
again.
Thiago again
Yeah.
moving to the left-hand
Oh,
side.
never mind then.
Pulls his
It's
man
not a
down.
foul. No.
Somehow thinks it's not a foul, but it blatantly
You've
is.
got to ask for it every time.
I think
Imagine if you didn't scream in Anfield for like a handball that's actually hit his chest.
yeah, free kick them. He looks good with the skin fade on his hair. By the way, Thiago, he's gone back from baldy Thiago to growing a little bit back.
So I considered growing my hair long this week, and I've not told anybody this, apart from my wife. Right. So when I was
Can I ask you a
young-
question?
Yeah.
Can you?
This is the story.
Yeah.
So because I am receding quite considerably, and I used to have long hair, and I used to have dreadlocks and stuff, I thought maybe one last sort of trends with the run, one last sort of run at long hair before it all goes is what I was thinking. Hang on a minute, they've got a ball over the top. He
Is
must
this
have been
Nkunku?
offside. No,
Is that a little bit like when you know?
it's a
It
midlife
isn't.
crisis thing.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Is
Okay,
them on
this
the,
could be a goal.
Virgil does really well.
Oh,
He's-
played it back to them. Handball
Bit of a
by them.
scramble.
Wait, what's happened?
Oh,
Why are
Biggie.
you on the floor?
Foul
Is that
on
Fabinho
Fab.
down?
Yeah, it is. Oh, he's back.
Bit of a mad scramble. I think they've given a foul against Fab.
That Nkunku, I'm actually excited to see him because
Is
he
he on the pitch?
absolutely
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Torn.
yeah.
up the Bundesliga and the not
Did
Champions
he
League.
sign a
Europa
new
League.
contract for them? Because it was looking like loads of people were going to be after him, weren't
Yeah, I feel like he might have
Was
done.
that not offside then?
I mean,
Oh, he
that's
just
handball,
volleys
right?
Fab. Did you just volley him in the head?
He kicked the ball to his hand somehow.
Oh,
He just kicks him. No,
fucking
yeah,
hell.
he's
it's not
he's
good,
well
that.
Jeez.
Absolutely well him.
You wanted to talk about Alisson, by the way, Steve.
We can talk.
No, Firmino.
We were talking
was
about
it?
my haircut. Let me tell you
Yeah,
the story.
the long
Sorry,
haircut
haircut's
first,
more
yeah.
important.
So, obviously, it's
Oh
well
my
more
God,
important.
we've just missed. What the hell was that?
Is that Naby?
I heard Tom's reaction to it.
Naby's fire skills.
And no, Angelino tried to take a throw in and it went absolutely, it just fell out his hand.
Oh, right. Okay.
What a
onto
nose
the
goal.
pitch.
Oh, well done.
Go on, your long hair story.
So I thought one last run at it. I'll try and grow my hair one last time. Like, I don't know whether I can pull it off anymore. I used to be able to pull it off. So I got in the mirror. It was getting pretty long. I had it quite far over and sort of hiding how long it was a little bit. Sorry, Salah's in over the top here. Keeper retreating.
lad.
He's going to hit that right-footed. Oh, he tried to go
Went
through
for the
Galacci's legs, but doesn't come off. So I got into the mirror in the bathroom and I gave myself the odd centre part, like, you know what I mean, just to see where everything was up to lengthwise. And what happened was, it was quite long on the sides. It was going over the ears, but because there's literally no hair there anymore, there was nothing at the front. I was like, this is never going to work. I literally just can't grow my hair now because I used to have hair, like, a bit like you've layered your hair. It looks good. But imagine if just this part was missing and the bottom bit, it was all wrong.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I have the same issue, but with all here. No chance. If we just had to score from the halfway line, I think we might have just started to score from the halfway line. Fair play.
Yeah, clearly.
Klopp's happy here.
You're having a little laugh.
Endo's having a little laugh.
Okay,
laughing a joke.
Oh, back to the injury question from 20 minutes ago. I'm okay. I think Alisson will be fine. He's gone on the training camp by all accounts. He's all right. I think the Jota one is a worry because not only is
that was a recurring one, wasn't it?
It's a reoccurrence of a previous injury, and Jürgen's already ruled him out of the Community Shield. So I think I wouldn't be shocked if Jota's not ready for the start of the season. And I think as long as Bobby stays fit, because we don't have Nunez, obviously it should be fine. But in terms of Jota being ready,
do you know
what a touch that is? That's incredible.
Oh, it's a terrible ball.
Yeah.
So the thing with that is, I always think the worst time of the season to get an injury is pre-season.
Because you missed the pre-season.
Yeah, your season always tends to go fucking shit.
I spoke to Neil Jones today on Journal Insight, if you want to go and watch that, by the way. Redmen Plus later. And he basically said he wouldn't be shocked if Liverpool just give Jota a mini pre-season. So when he's back, if he's back fit for Fulham,
give him 3 weeks.
Give him 2 or 3 weeks. He just doesn't play, and he's on his own.
Because what happens is people just start getting injuries all throughout the season because they never have that sort of
bank fitness level.
Yeah, they just never get back.
And this was a reoccurrence. And I think what happened was he got injured playing for Portugal, and went away, come back, and it's obviously. I wouldn't be quite. And again, Neil said this. I don't want to repeat too much. Like Liverpool should be asking questions about in his first training session, the same injury's gone again. Like. You know what I mean? Were they not cautious enough with it? Were they unaware of it? How, you know what I mean?
Sometimes, and this is the case with like Joel Matip, isn't it? They just never got to the bottom of the injury.
Yeah.
Now they did something, didn't they? In last,
they operated on Matip.
They operated on Matip at the beginning of last season, and they basically said, or they basically thought they'd been operating on the wrong thing. Every time they tried to fix it, that's why he'd had these niggles over and over and over again, because they never really found out what was wrong with him. And then another doctor went, "Yeah, it's this." And they fixed it. Hence, Matip has a good season injury-wise.
Yeah.
So it might be something like that, but you wouldn't think so with a hammy, would you? That guy, you wouldn't think so. It's a hammy, isn't it?
He's re-aggravated his hamstring. Yeah.
Which you can't imagine there'd be something more sinister than it's either pulled or it's not.
Yeah, it feels to me, especially because they called it a reoccurrence. That's a red flag for me. Like, obviously, if it was his first session, it obviously wasn't right. He shouldn't have been in that session. Or it's just madly unlucky that he was 100% and then it went. But yeah, Alisson's got on this training camp, hasn't he? He's going with them for the week, so he can't be too bad. Apparently he can do everything except like the real strenuous stuff. So that's why he's not in the games, because he basically don't want to dive and top ins and stretching his abs. But I think he'll be all right.
Oh, Trent just goaded him into that. Give him the old legs wide open and then shut the door big time.
Did Jota ever get he got injured just before the Carabao Cup final, and at that time he was up there with Salah as being our best player, and you were worried seriously when he got injured, because you thought he's our goal scorer here, he's being immense. He never ever got back to what he was like before it, and we tried to play him in that Carabao Cup final, didn't we? And he looked gassed, he didn't look okay, and since then for several weeks he never looked himself.
This probably explains why he got injured on him.
Yeah,
his body was just packing in a little bit. He does feel like one Jota where it's twice in 2 seasons now he's got injured in the second half of the season, and when he's come back he just hasn't quite been at it, which again is a worry, because he looks like, to come back to your point, he looks like a lad who needs a pre-season, and once because he started both seasons very, very well. So it'll be interesting. Maybe if he has this mini pre-season in September, he might last a bit longer going into the season. I don't know, but.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the YouTube comments, and Englishman in town is struggling massively to understand what we're saying. And the reason that he's struggling massively to understand what we're saying is that we talk that fast as Scousers. And I think that he's struggling and understanding, wondering why the hell we talk so fast. But the reason that Scousers talk faster than everybody else is Scousers think faster than everybody else, because we're cleverer than everybody else, and that's kind of it. So I hope you got that.
I do speak quickly, so I do apologise.
And that's what made me smile. I was reading that and you were talking at like 100 words a minute or something. I was like, he's giving it the bifters there. Like, he's got no idea.
I apologise, yeah, it's a thing. That kit is lovely, that goalie kit.
Matches his eyes, do you think, Chloe?
Is it lilac?
I would say it's purple, because I'm a man.
No, lilac.
Yeah, lilac might be right, but I have like primary colours only. You know what I mean?
Shades don't exist.
People are out there shouting duck egg at me, and I'm like green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We got
off-white,
red,
off-white, magnolia, yeah, it's beige.
Yeah,
It's all-
exactly. That's it.
We had
I'll make an exception for a crew. That's it, though.
I remember we were getting Lucas's bedroom done.
Sunshine, it's fucking yellow,
Yellow.
love.
We got
Liverpool's,
Lucas's room done Liverpool colours, and I was like, she went to shop. I went to shop for painting. It was like, she went, just get red, and then Claire was texting me going, do us a favour, can you take a photo of like this red? Because she had the colour chart at home. She's like, can you tell me the difference between like cherry blossom red and like, I was like, Claire, it's just fucking red.
No, it's not. I can understand if they want to get technical and stuff. Dark red,
Yeah,
light red,
it was like
red.
I
That's
said-
that.
I said,
Okay.
I know what Liverpool's kit looks like. I am going to get the red that looks like Liverpool's kit. I don't know what it's called or what shade it is. I'm buying it. And it turned out it was just like blood red or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was ridiculous. So it was like, they were all the same to me, but I think like I might be a little bit colourblind. I don't know, because just look for fucking same. We are all a little bit colourblind, aren't we, compared to girls, apparently?
Are we?
I think so, yeah.
It's
more
more
common,
likely
yeah.
for yous
I
to
think
be
so.
colourblind, I think, yeah.
Well, I went through a red light, didn't I? So maybe that was my fucking excuse.
No. It was blood red.
No, I think that wasn't what I got done for. I got done for speeding.
How was your course the other night?
You know what, mate?
Did you learn something?
Yeah, loads.
And
I can see.
I've done it.
I can see why. I can see why I was speeding because I had no clue.
Was it the thing where you realised that like the speed's set by whether there's lights on the road?
Street lights.
Did you know that?
No.
I didn't either.
was
like-
I've been driving for 22 years.
and it was
I
like,
had no fucking clue. I was like, oh, come on, really?
you were like, is this a dual carriageway or a carriageway? And it was just a picture of a road, but it had 2 lanes on each side. I was like, well, that's a dual carriageway. And I was like, no, it's a carriageway because a dual carriageway needs to have a physical divide in the middle. It can't just be lines. I was like, no wonder I fucking dumb because I clearly don't know how to drive. 3 hours it was.
What a ball! Sent over the top.
Claxy comes out and headers it. But yeah, I can see why like I was failing.
No,
Well, you're not allowed to talk too much about the specifics. Apparently, I got told I'd be told off if I did. But there was one guy on the course. All I say is when you know when someone in class or the teacher would say like any
teacher's
questions,
pet, yeah.
and you'd go and no one would want to ask questions because you want to leave. There'd be this one person who every single time any question, like, yeah, I've got a question. I was like, just that, yeah.
Yeah, let's go home, lads.
3 hours. Like.
There's no need for that, is there?
But honestly, I did learn.
I know.
quite a bit of stuff.
I've done it twice. I learned stuff both sides.
Like the national speed limit change is different for a van than a car.
Well, I didn't need to know that.
No, I never, but I didn't
I've
know
never
it.
driven a van.
No, I did, but I didn't know it.
It's also different for a horse box.
I mean,
Is it?
yeah,
Yeah.
to
Have
be
you
fair,
recently done your driving test or something?
to be
No,
fair,
this is
Chloe,
the
I'll be
use of
honest.
horses.
You're definitely never going to need a horse.
If there was a horse doing 70 on the motorway, get it in the fucking Grand National. Like, decent, carrying a box as well.
Jesus. And we've had a super chat from Leon Geary. Leon, how are you, my friend? It's been so long.
What's happening, Leon?
Thank you so much for the €3. Salah is best again. Another big season ahead. You've been saying this since the start of pre-season. Chloe, as soon as you saw him, you were like, this is going to be it.
Close all in on the Mo Salah.
It might be the
records.
highlights in his hair, to be honest. It might be
That's
that.
what it is. Just draws the eye.
Yeah.
He's had a rest. He's actually had a rest. And he's got loads of money in his pocket now as well.
Yeah, he's
it's a great
signed.
ball by
His
Angelino.
future's here.
Here come Leipzig on the
Is
attack.
it bad that I don't really know any of their players? I haven't really checked their starting lineup.
I've got the list if you want me to not tell you who that
Yeah,
was.
no, I've got their lineup.
That's Campbell.
Do you want
I
me to
knew
read
that.
their names really badly?
35, that's big. You know, Soloff, who flopped at
Auburn,
at Palace. He was crap
Who
at
was
Crystal
he?
Palace, Soloff.
Oh yeah, the striker.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah, sounds.
Now they've got.
He's apparently incredible. I'm not going to attempt to say his name.
Slobber was he?
I've got all their names. I'm going to pronounce them all wrong,
Go on.
apart from Galachi.
Okay.
Simakan. Oh, that's a bit like your little mate. How would you pronounce that?
Yeah,
How's it spelled?
Kicking n.
Simakan.
Simakan.
Angelino, Orban, Olmo, Shobolozlai,
He's the guy who's
Nkunku,
supposed to be good.
Halstenberg, Sorloth, Henriks, and Campbell.
You're doing well there.
Campbell.
I think you've been fine there.
Campbell. I particularly liked number 17's Schobel.
No, he's supposed to be really good.
Soboslai, isn't it Soboslai? Yeah,
I don't care.
yeah, he's good. Liverpool were in for him.
He's
the,
only young as well.
the Hungarian kid. Yeah, he's a good player.
Oh, Bobby.
Liverpool are playing really well. We're pressing high.
Oh, that's not a foul. Carry on.
Carry
Get
on.
up.
There you go.
Bobby's
That's
got-
all I on
There
the
you
floor.
go. Dropping deep. There you go, Fabinho.
I'm all in for a Roberto Firmino comeback tour 2022.
I don't know why so many people have wrote him off.
Because he was injured all the time last year.
I know.
And you have one bad year of injuries.
When you're injured, it's because you're injured, not because you're shit.
I'm with you, man. But yeah.
Oh, that's a nice play. Little triangle on that left-hand side.
We've been
It's a great
Yeah,
ball.
no, he threw Ibu on the floor. Oh, sorry, it was Firmino. Fabinho on the floor.
And here C says, just joined now, how we doing, guys? Anyone catch the eye among the new ones?
There is none.
There isn't any, to be honest with you. And Salah's caught the eye, but I can't class it.
Salah and Firmino probably been the best players.
Yeah, that's fair.
Long ball towards Salah. But this is a big old pitch, isn't it? There's a lot of space.
Yeah, there is.
Naby being bald caught the eye again. I thought maybe it was just a start of summer, shave it off and then let it grow for the season. But no, he's maintaining the bald.
Maybe just like...
I think we're underrepresented in football. We're underrepresented in football as a whole, us balds.
Tend to be more, as a percentage, I'm just going out on a limb here and a complete and utter wild guess, but I think more goalkeepers are bald as a percentage than footballers.
There's Mo Salah in again, we'll come back to that.
And also, I think they all go to Turkey to put hair in.
Salah was looking for 5.
Sorry, what?
They all go to Turkey to get hair plugs and stuff, don't they?
And the teeth.
Turkey teeth. Did I tell you I got offered a free hair transplant in Turkey by some company if I give them promotion on socials?
Evidently you didn't do it.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
It's in the works, is it? I take it.
No, I said no.
He said no. You should pass that email on.
It was a few years ago, this.
Maybe it was trying to grow your hair long then.
Would you get them, would you?
No.
No.
Not into that.
It was like a shack, you know what I mean? But I turned it down. It's like I'm far too bald. If your hair's thinning, that's when to do it. You can't be completely bald and then come back with the plugs. Like Wayne Rooney was going bald, but he wasn't bald. I can't just turn up now with fucking dead.
But you're
Wasn't
not actually like
Konchesky
fully
bald?
bald, are you?
What?
You're not fully bald.
Well, I get the egg in the nest if I don't shave it. If that grows relatively normal, but it's like...
I reckon you should grow that back and just the moustache.
Please don't.
I wouldn't be able to go and pick my kids up from school. They wouldn't let me nowhere near a school. But no, yeah, it was, they offered me it. They said, like, you know, we'll do it. And in return, would you give us, like, some promotion on socials and stuff? And I was like, I can't. I'm far... If you'd have told me this, like, 4 years ago when it was thinning, I probably would have done it. But
we showed Jimmy a I think, was it Tom? Was it you? Showed Jimmy the picture of Steve.
Yeah. Joe.
Me with hair.
He literally had no idea who he was looking at.
Yeah.
No idea whatsoever. He was like, who's that? He couldn't get it. And then I came over and was like, oh, you'll get that, mate. And he looked at it and he kept looking at it and he went, Steve?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I looked fine.
Liverpool playing really well here now, Naby Keita.
Nice.
Through to Diaz, is that in the centre?
Yeah, he was looking for Salah.
Salah's there, looking for the 1-2 now. Trent's got options. To his left-hand side, Fabinho plays it over to Andy Robertson, plays out to Bobby Firmino maybe on the left-hand side. Thiago, apologies. I did say maybe. Covered myself there and you say maybe Bobby Firmino.
I like when it is non-Liverpool do recycle, don't they, sometimes, rather than force it.
What's a ball, that is?
Mo Salah's unbelievably good at footy. I know it's stupid to say sometimes, but he takes your breath away. Just his first touch is unbelievable.
Ian Locke, 199 super chat. Thank you so much, mate.
Hey.
Which rival signing has you most intrigued?
Sterling at Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's boom or bust, isn't it? You can see that going both ways. He should be their best player.
Yeah. I don't know whether I like it. I don't understand it, and maybe the injury comes from there. The Ericsson one, like
I understand it. They're fucking desperate.
They've got a 10.
There's loads of them, but they're desperate.
That's what I.
Where's he gonna play?
Angelino on the edge.
Why? You know what I mean?
Angelino cross.
I just don't understand it when they've paid him that much money. I just don't understand why they've done that. You know what I mean?
Haaland, how's that going to affect how City play? I just don't. He's amazing. And if he can stay fit, I don't know. I don't think they can play the same way. Like, I think with Nunez, we can be all pretty much the same. I don't think they can play as fluid with Haaland. I don't know. But what I would say about him is, they're the team who creates so many half chances, Man City, and he's the best player in the world at finishing a half chance.
Why I think that's a no-brainer is because they managed to do it with Aguero.
Yeah. Oh,
You know
listen,
what I mean?
it's going to
And
work.
I think Haaland's a better version of Aguero than Aguero was.
Yeah, he
and
is.
so if they can get Aguero in the side, I don't think they've got any problem.
No,
with
like I
Haaland.
say, there's no one in the world I'd want a half chance to fall to more than Haaland. He just turns them into goals.
Just a little sighter. That's all he needs, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. So that's one. I'm also interested to see what Conte does with Richarlison, because off the top of my head, I can't see him being in the team. But he spent a lot of money on him, so maybe they've. I was thinking, have they got plans to like put Harry Kane as more like a 10?
That's a potential.
Because he drops there anyway, doesn't he? Because Son plays, Kane plays, and it's Kulusevski on the other, who I think's been really good. Now I understand it's a long season and they've got Champions League, so they're going to have to rotate, but I don't equate Richarlison and Conte as like a duo that I would have ever put together.
No, I just don't rate him. I've never seen it with Richarlison. Like loads of people that I talk to do. Like, you know what I mean?
I have the same, yeah.
But the Toffee TV lads say, like, you know, if you played for us, you get 30 goals a season. And I'm like, I just can't see that. Every time I see him play, he misses fucking chances.
He's just on the fucking floor.
Well, that's true as well. Like,
you know what else I'm interested with what City have done? Like, what's their plan for Calvin Phillips? Is he going to play?
That's got all the hallmarks of... Who was the lad that went from Leicester to...
Danny Drinkwater.
Yeah.
He's well better than him, though.
Yeah.
But he's not young. I thought, you know what? He's not young, is he? It's his big move now. So
I just see him just sitting there collecting his paycheck for 2 years and then fucking off.
Maybe. He is a good player.
That Danny Drinkwater, did you see that interview he did with Sky?
He's very open and honest, wasn't he?
That was one of the best football interviews I think I've ever seen. Like, for a lad who's not been in the, you know, in the media for 4 or 5 years or something, that was absolutely superb. Like,
he was open and honest, wasn't he? I got an injury for Leipzig. Yeah, they brought a big bag of ice on.
He was talking about Drinkwater and all kinds of stuff, wasn't he? Innit?
Yeah, he was completely honest as Erdogan, hadn't he?
Mad.
I think that's Salah who's just gone down for him. The physio come on with the biggest bag of ice of all time. Threw it on his leg. I don't know if that's the best treatments, but fair play. Yeah, and having a little convo with Thiago and Trent. It is Salah, isn't it?
Number 35.
Yeah. Well, he's just fucking massive. I spoke goodbye. I thought it was him anyway. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, Virgil's back to his Under Armour.
He said the other day, didn't he? Don't get used to me in short sleeves.
Abe's in our... Abe, I hope you enjoyed the Everton game, mate. In our Discord, would love to see Steve come back from being completely bald.
Yeah, again.
I want to know this, Donny. Isn't that Silva? Andre Silva?
We'll find out in a minute.
No.
We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
You can put the picture of me on with her if you can find it.
Ooh.
Where was it? Where was it found?
It was on Joe's
someone's
phone, but I'm
yeah.
assuming Facebook or something like. Not sure.
How's Joe found that? How's Joe found that?
Oh, he's got him saved on his phone.
I haven't even got Joe on Facebook, I don't think. It's weird.
All kinds of stuff going on. Takes it short. Back out to Thiago now. Back
Whip
into
it.
Robertson on the left-hand side. He's got chalk on his boots over on the left-hand side. Back to Thiago. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Probably Naby Keita. And then we've got a few lining up back stick if Keita can get
Foul,
that man, but he's
surely.
fouled.
Oh,
It's
ref's
not
play on.
given. And there's a little bit of danger here.
Get back,
Because
lads.
it's one-on-one. It's Trent versus a really, really fast lad.
Nkunku.
That wasn't good. Trent does well, really good. That when that wasn't a foul, that was just alarm bells ringing because the whole team were like, "Shit, we've all got to go." That's the risk if you lose it there, like Naby did. You're banging trouble there because everyone's still up front. I thought it was a foul for what it's worth.
I think so too. Kieran Orr said, "Don't stress, Steve. The good Lord only made so many perfect heads, and the rest he put hair on."
I'm not stressed. I'm happy with being bald now.
It's particularly good shape, your head, actually. I've never really noticed.
Is it? I don't know. It's
I
very
think so,
eggy.
yeah.
It's very eggy. It's fine. I like being bald. I'm fine with it. I've accepted it. But yeah, I did get offered the old hair transplant.
That's funny.
I wouldn't do that. I'd probably get the teeth.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm going to the dentist next Friday. Teeth cracked the other day.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah. I done well to get an appointment after 10 days, didn't I? Yeah.
Big veg.
Oh, what a team, Bobby.
Diaz now plays out to Salah. He's got
Leave
options left. He's got options right. He chooses to use the RB Leipzig man. A little bit disappointing. 30 minutes gone now. Liverpool much the better side. Just tell us the story about your worst date, Derek. No? It's on Redmen Plus.
Yeah, you got to pay for that.
Jay Pearson's in the chat. Hair is overrated.
Yeah. Your hair looks nice, Chloe. I know you've had it done, haven't you? I noticed the second I walked in. I know everyone else didn't.
It wasn't like I changed it for everyone to realise. Like,
No, well, it's nice to be noticed when you make a change.
are you sure you just didn't hear everyone talking about me?
I wasn't even here.
Came in. You were here when.
No, I wasn't. I was busy. I had a nightmare getting here, didn't I? As well, I was almost late.
Yeah, true. Thanks for realising them.
No, you're welcome. That's nice.
Leipzig got the ball, 31 minutes gone. It feels like the intensity's just gone a little bit the last minute or so out of this
100%.
game.
Maybe they only had half an hour in the legs, maybe as well.
Well, they had a couple of days break, didn't they, after the travelling back, the Liverpool squad? And then the first day back in, some of the internationals didn't actually do like field work, they just did weights and stuff, didn't they? So
Today
it doesn't surprise me that...
They only flew out for this game this morning. This is like the first day of the camp, so they took 31 players on that plane this morning, and they'll all take the trip down to Austria.
Some really nice play by them, but we've.
Oh, well done, Thiago.
Nice turn by Bobby.
Bobby's just linking everything so well.
Yeah, I've been impressed. Turn, Naby. Yeah, it's a good turn.
Here we go. Salah, right hand side. He's got Keita inside of him. He's got Trent inside of him now. Plays it back to Salah. Plays it into Trent. He's got a bit of time. He looks for Fabinho in the centre, just on the edge of the penalty area. He plays a poor ball. Goes straight out.
Yeah, not great. He's disappointed in himself there. Another bald man.
Foxy music.
He was just a little bit better at football than you.
Foxy music.
A little bit. You was Andrew still that good knowledge, Chloe.
Thank you.
Well played.
Chloe should be nearer to the camera. She's currently the rose between two thorns. Your hair looks lovely, Chloe.
Thanks.
I think she is the closest in terms of where the crow flies. She's literally directly in front of it. Centre stage.
Maybe that's why I was put in the middle.
Centre stage, yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly. I mean, the mic's covering all your face. But other than that...
Chloe's not happy because there's literally a light above her head. She
yeah.
looks dead tanned, but you can't tell because there's a light above her head that just makes her face go like...
There was no point in
quite
going
light.
Portugal, to be honest with you guys.
If I just sit like that, look at that. That's Chloe's natural skin.
I wouldn't, because you're going to start sweating and Chloe's not going to like that.
Oh, no.
The fucking armpit in her face.
Black t-shirt, you won't be able to tell.
Yeah, but I'll be able
No,
to
no,
say
Hey, no, hey.
Hilary Manning.
Hi, Hilary.
Welcome as a first teamer. Say hello to Painting for me. Ibu Karate's pulled down.
Good mid-2000s NFL reference there for the viewers, Chris.
I was going to go Archie.
even older.
I understood
Oh, younger.
The kid version.
Peyton's got a kid called Archie, I think.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Did he play for
It was
the
his dad
Broncos?
as well. His dad was definitely Archie Manning.
He did, yes.
But I think he called his kid Archie as well.
Great knowledge.
I'm all about the high school footballers.
You're the only one laughing here.
It's because it's funny. It's so inappropriate. I like inappropriate. I live in the awkwardness. It's where I feel most comfortable
Man on.
of life.
It's a good ball
What a
by
ball.
Thiago.
Oh my
Fab's
God,
got head.
Fabinho.
Diaz is the ball, if you can find him.
Oh,
And he has.
Salah was onside there.
Oh, is he over it that again?
No, he's kept it in.
That's because he's fucking Speedy
Go
Gonzalez.
on, Diaz, left hand side. Do you, man? Get to the byline. No, cuts inside. Robbo. Keita.
No, he's found the
Nice,
Oh,
Robbo.
nice.
Byline. Look at that. Edge of the
Thiago
penalty
was
area
the
for Mo.
ball,
No. Unlucky.
Who was it against where we were behind and Diaz cuts inside about 3 people and just with his sheer pace gets past them and shoots it, takes a deflection and goes in.
Spurs.
Spurs.
He's going across the goal there. Salah's the ball in it on the cutback, I
Or
think.
Thiago before that.
Oh, before we get this corner, we've had a super chat in from Brace DeVille.
Nice
Is it
name.
just me, or does it feel a lot less stressful at this stage of pre-season? We made some great moves to strengthen the side. Thank you so much for the $10.
I never stress about pre-season, to be honest. But yeah, the squad looks good. Thiago can't repeat Porto magic. He just puts it into the stands there.
Could have been out of that stadium, that one.
That wasn't his best ever, was it? That very much wasn't like the Porto goal. It was, in fact, it was the exact opposite. It was the arch enemy of the Porto goal. It was horrendous. Absolute dog shit.
Playing out from the back. For his troubles, he gets fucking walloped by Diaz.
No foul
And
as
we
well.
get the throw in, that's Auburn.
He literally just lay on him. Grant Walton, Diaz is going to be lit. this season.
I just he needs the end product. That's my only thing with me. But he's obviously gifted as anything. That is a foul, by the way. Go away, we won there. But he goals and assists. That's what we need from Lewis now.
Yep, absolutely.
And he done it for Porto. That's the reason we signed him.
I think he'll get assists.
I think he'll get goals. I just think it was one of them where
He had to post a couple of times, didn't he?
he got
nice.
5 for us, didn't he? 5 or 6.
Done well.
That's not too bad considering he just joined.
Some big ones. The header,
I think he gets 15 plus this year.
the header in Villarreal was one that stands out for me because I was there.
His dink against Norwich for his first goal was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it was a good goal. That header in Spain, mate, because it was at the other end of the pitch. I was soaking wet behind like bulletproof glass. Had no idea if he was onside. That got in. That was a fun one. Trying to prop up a drunk Adam Rowe.
I was right by Adam in the final. Actually, he was probably not quite as drunk as what he was for
He
Villarreal.
took Finn with him just to I think Finn was his babysitter, but Finn was just as drunk. So it's irrelevant.
That's how when me and Aubrey go together.
Yeah. Look after me. Yeah, all right, sound. Yeah, all the best with that one.
Ask Paul to come out with me and Aubrey. He's like, I don't fancy babysitting tonight, lads. You just go out on your own.
I was with Paul for that one actually, and we got stuck in a river going home.
You got stuck in a river going home.
Well, a river overflowed the banks into the path that we was on, and we were just ankle deep in water. And obviously, because it was like a 2-day trip, I'd only took one pair of trainers for the next day. I had these soggy trainees. I was like, "What are we gonna do?" And I was hair drying mine and his trainees in the hotel room. Because usually you think, "Oh, it's Spain, just put them outside, they'll dry." It was freezing and wet. So yeah, what happened was the Villarreal Stadium's in the middle of nowhere. It was an hour back to our hotel. Walk, couldn't get a cab, so we just walked. And as we're walking, following Google Maps, this like dark lane, and we walked down it, and there's a river, and the river overflows, and it's just flooded.
Sorry, Bobby's just playing into Salah.
Salah for
Diaz.
Diaz.
Goes tries to go around his man. He's inside the penalty area. He's on the edge of the 6-yard line.
It's gone the wrong way. Why he didn't have a
right,
right?
just no right.
Just no right
go. Trent on the ball now, wide right. Looking for a pass into the middle. Oh,
he just didn't want to cross that, did he? He's
No.
trying to play a sneaky pass. Oh, he's got it back though. Diaz needed a shoot with his right foot there. He was desperate to get onto his left. It just wasn't ever going to happen. And they just give it away.
I can't understand why he'd want to get onto his left.
Diaz is right-footed now.
I don't know, he just didn't want to hit it. Here's Virgil's got some running to do. He won't be happy. Robbo gets back. Oh, it's brilliant by Robertson.
It's just amazing the way he just slows people down. So Virgil doesn't need to just make sure that somebody else can get involved. Like
He needed a man on there, that fella, didn't he?
Big time. We've had Dan Whitehead, member for 20 months. How's Naby playing? Hope he can show some potential. What do you reckon, Chloe?
I think he's all right. He's turned a couple of people, had good first touches here and there. He's linked up quite nicely. I think he's pressed high up the pitch, which we like about him. Played fairly decent. I think we've just been really in control. I think that's what I would say. So he's just
gives it away.
This feels like a Liverpool performance, to be honest, apart from maybe
just a little bit, lacking a little bit of
tackle.
Lacking a little bit of sharpness. Naby, I don't know. He looks like to me. He looks like he's not completely fit, if I'm honest.
He looks. I don't know how to explain it.
Inconsistent. He looks like Naby Keita. Some moments of brilliance, and then somewhere he's pulling your hair out if he had any. Just it's like that. It's just mad.
Was that Diaz or Naby's fault?
He just said that, for fuck's sake.
No, that was Diaz,
that was
wasn't
incredible.
Robbo did well, though. It's a foul, actually.
It's a foul. We had another super chat here from Ian Locke. Thank you, mate. Has there been any negative overreaction to Nunez stay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, every bit of it.
Where have you been? You've clearly not been on social media.
Not today.
Good for you.
Yeah, not today,
Probably,
but just in general, people are idiots. And judging performances, just nonsense.
Copite is Nunez on? No, he's not. Probably, I'd imagine.
There's the team. Look,
or
there's
60.
the team. It's there.
Yeah, but people don't read. It's like people who come into Subway and go, "What's the sub of the day?" And I used to just point up at the sign above my head. I'm not fucking saying it. It's up there, you fucking divvy.
Fair enough. Why did he go blind?
And I'd look ridiculous.
Yeah, he would. But at least he couldn't see you. So apologies if you're blind. We'll read the team out for you in a minute once Leipzig on the attack with Angelino. He's definitely going to shoot from distance. Shoots! Oh, over the bar. Look, good effort.
Technically, he's very, very good.
His hair's like the opposite of me. He's got hair on the top and not on the sides.
But I think that's actual. I think that's his choice. I think he's shaved that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
No, Ross, thank you for the heads up, mate, via WhatsApp. But I got it through YouTube comments, and I need to thank the person who said,
What's up?
TV behind you is about to turn off. Embers_cradle. Thank you so much.
Oh, the
Through
Through the
standby.
YouTube comment, and then I got a WhatsApp from Ross.
The standby was on, was it? See, it just shows that we're environmentally friendly here at Redmen. We have the standbys on everything, sometimes to our detriment.
We don't know how to turn them off.
Yeah, and that. The team's there, look. There's the team.
The best one I had in Subway, right, is a mime came in, but like they were like on a night out, where I was thinking, what a genius choice Subway is, because you can point at everything. Like if you're in like somewhere else, you can't tell them what you want, but in Subway you can quite easily point. It was quite good. I enjoyed
So
that.
he stuck to his character of being the man.
Yeah, he was great.
So it was like
in the store.
6 inch. 12.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was so made up. I was like, I've never said the mime before. I used to fuck around so much in Subway now. We used to have to tell the customers your name at the start of it, and like in Randy Street, the big one in town, you used to have to go, hello, welcome to Subway, I'm Chris, what can I get
Every
you, type of
time?
thing, right? So I just used to change my name every time and go through the alphabet. I'd do a name beginning with A, and then the next person would be, and I'd be like, hello, my name's Ben, what would you like today? And then I would go, hello, my name's Chris, what would you like today? Hello, my name's Donald, what would you like today? And you can see them just like, you're a tit, and I'm like, but I'm dead bored,
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is life.
Humour me. When I worked in Asda, they have like secret shoppers, remember that kind of stuff. So there's certain things you have to do, and one of them was make small talk. If the person's got a lot like, and I'm not the person for that. It's like, oh yeah, nice weather we're having today.
You just say something
and
inappropriate.
or they'd say,
make it awkward.
or they'd say something like, just comment on something they bought. But I was like,
It just look like I'm looking in your basket.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
condoms today, look. Got a big one tonight, have we?
oh yeah. Some panty liners there. Look, time of the month is it? I'll tell you when we're angry. Like what was you like? What was it? Honestly, like so, it's like that was one of the things they make like times, and I was like, I was a kid. I was like 18, and like
Slim fast, trying to get rid of the
yeah, you
£40
need that one.
allowance.
Bloody hell, yeah. I was thinking like I'm 18. I'm trying to converse like these middle-aged fellas, and it was horrendous. Trying to come up with small talk
Salah
topics.
on the right, plays it inside Trent, he's inside the area. Ooh.
You had any like rubbish jobs, Chloe? You're still
Um,
young. You've had cool jobs, haven't you?
Be careful, Chloe,
Why?
because she's about to say this.
Oh, from here. Yeah, to be fair. Other than this one, other than sitting between those two fucking idiots.
I worked in Mackey's. It was
How was that?
depressing,
Yeah, didn't
really.
you like it?
No, I hate it.
I think it resolves you as a person. Young
Oh,
jobs.
that's
Come back to
unbelievable
it.
by
Oh, go
Robertson.
on.
That was
not by
great.
Wright. Can he
Thiago.
keep it in?
Dink to
Is
the
it
back
Thiago?
post. It was, yeah. Salah, no, can't get there. Trent's going to try and chase it down, but won't. I think that your first retail job or your first job, I think it adds character.
Oh,
No, it
Salah
just made me
inside
hate
the
them.
area now, trying to get it on his left foot, trying to get a bit of space. Fails and fails. Trent, he's got Thiago back stick.
Misses it. Could have fallen for D. No, it's going to
Oh,
fall. Robertson!
Oh, it never went over the bar, so he did well.
He's learning to hit it into the floor. Well done, Andy. Next time on target.
That was nice.
He's got his foot over it. Bobby nearly slides in and taps that in, but yeah, usually expecting that to go right over the bar. Falls back to him. It's a good technique. Oh,
Yeah.
and Firmino's only a foot away, isn't he? From I wonder diving head. There's the technique there
That's
from
a
Bobby.
terrible volley. He just doesn't catch it properly at all.
But he's one step at a time. Didn't put it over the bar. I got sacked for my first job. I think I told this one on a Plus story for playing cricket in the warehouse. Co-op, £3.50 an hour.
It's naughty that. I used to work in one of the summer fields over the water, and so you'll have had an experience of this actually. The freezer guys, like legends that they
We'll
are.
come back to it.
Oh my god, Leipzig are through,
Then
but
Kunku,
Virgil's
well,
managed to
in
get
Canate,
in.
that's
and Canate.
unbelievable.
Oh no!
Canate.
Ibu's first touch gives good save by Adrian.
It was poor defending by
He done
Canate.
really well to get
The
there.
position was perfect.
Yeah, so Canate gets right in the way where he's to block the cross and just lays it on a play for him. Who was it?
And
I
Kunku.
think it was. And then Adrian makes a good save, but it was weird. Like Ibu, he done the first part right. So look, there's another standby.
The telly's about to go off, Tom. We've got a remote.
Is it this one? It's
Oh,
okay, I've
he's
got it.
He's got it. We're in trouble.
We've also got some sound effects to go with it, to be honest.
Ah!
Nailed it.
That's what happens when you get above 35.
I'm old. Oh yeah, I can't.
Ah!
You can't move without making sounds. Just to show you the anguish that you're in.
Hey, I tell you what, it was a good save by the keeper.
It
was a really good save.
brilliant
I'm not
save.
35, by the way.
Aren't you know?
No.
You just act it.
I'm just look at. I'm 30. I'm in me.
Oh!
Well, I'm younger than that.
In the prime of life.
Don't. I might turn 35 this year, but I'm not there yet.
Fuck's sakes. Saul compared to all the use. It's not fair.
Yeah, going back to that Ebu, that's the type of thing sometimes that I think he has still got a little bit down his locker, just a little bit of rash. Like, didn't he do that? He done it against Darwin Nunez, doesn't he? In Benfica?
Yeah, but that one came at him really, really fast. That
it's the
one
ball.
didn't.
I think the ball across him is one little weakness at half time. Yeah, half time.
Sometimes you can be. Virgil was like this when he first started. For us, sometimes you get nonchalant in those situations, when you get into the right position and you just get a bit, I don't know whether it's cockiness or something. Virgil just cut that out of his game pretty quick.
Maybe it's because he was thinking too much about where his positioning should be, that then when the ball actually arrived to him, he hadn't prepared himself for
they want to play a pass, they don't want to just clear it.
Yeah.
They want to clear it to a player where that just needed to go.
Yeah, because you don't want to be playing it into that area anyway. It was a bad area, was it? Scott Hawks, wow, Scott, $25 super chat, thank you.
Hey, Scott.
Good to see us looking like ourselves, things coalescing nicely. Now I have an image of Steve looking in a trolley of some poor ugly bloke. Condoms, dress for the job you want, eh?
Yeah, it was more like, so they'd put it on the conveyor belt thing, wouldn't they? And then as it comes to you, it was like, it'd be like, hello, do you want any bags? Do you want to pack? And then they go, no. And then if it was long, you'd have to just make some conversation. And they didn't want to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to them. But yeah, it was like, yes. Or the best ones was like before self-scanners, because I think self-scanners have now saved teenage boys the embarrassment of having to buy condoms. Before that, because I was a young lad, they would come to my till because they think, like, I'm not going to like the middle age because I've been, at my till would often just be queues of lads buying Johnnies and like just or whatever, like, and the tips in like the young girls, I get young girls going to other young girls going with like female products. So yeah, would often and what lads used to do, they'd buy like something random to go with it because they weren't just buying. So like if like a loaf of bread and and they'd hide them behind the loaf and then they'd give you the nod as if like, yeah.
Thank God for Amazon. There's a good thing, isn't it? Right, let's talk about the footy then. First half ended, Liverpool 1, RB Leipzig 0. Chloe, who were your standout performers in that half?
I thought, obviously, Salah, you can't, his goal.
Takes it so well.
Yeah, had some lovely touches there. Firmino was very, very good at times. And also Robertson. I just thought Robertson was really, really class. The energy that lad has is absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. But, I mean, it's hard to say. We were in control. It's not like we had good little spells, but in the majority of it, we just controlled it and moved the ball about a lot. So no one was particularly bad and no one was absolutely amazing. Everyone was just really, really good.
The one real chance they got was that right at the end where Ebu puts it on a plate, really. Over the night, Leipzig had a few half chances, but we snuffed them out pretty well. The most dangerous over the night was Angelino. Looked like he was going to score from like 30 odd yards. But that, I think, I agree with Carl. We've been in control. I don't think anyone's being super duper because you're not going all out anyway. But I thought Salah's first touch was amazing. Like from minute one, his touch looked really, really good. Which is
I've liked the movements of the front three, I think, most. Because they've all been dropping up all over the place, haven't they? Yeah, Bobby dropping into that 10. We've seen Diaz has his best opportunity. He doesn't get his shot away. When he comes across the box, Salah's going the other way. And it feels a bit very much that Red Arrows sort of thing again, doesn't it? Where it's sort of a symphony almost between the front three players of movement. They dovetail so well with each other. So that's really great to see at this early stage. I expect it with Bobby Firmino. I expect it with Mo Salah. But the difference is, for me, Diaz hasn't played with Firmino a lot. Diaz played with Mane in the 9. You know what I mean? Because of Bobby's injury and the way Mane finished the season. So it's important that we see those relationships build up. Because, we've seen it with Mane, but we've not seen it with Diaz. So the fact that they're all linking up really well is a really, really positive sign for me. As far as the midfield goes, I expected a little bit more from Naby in the right midfielder role. Think of when Hendo plays there and how he helps with those triangles on the right hand side. Think of when Elliott plays there, he helps with those triangles on that right hand side. Keita's almost what's the right sort of phrasing for it? He doesn't feel part of it, he feels central. Do you know what I mean? Whereas sometimes our right midfielders overlap. They get more involved.
Gives them space for
He's played well, but he's not playing it in the way that I've seen Liverpool players play it last season. Fabinho's just Fabinho, isn't he?
Again,
and Thiago, first 5 minutes, great. Maybe a little bit quieter towards the end of the half.
I think also, like, you remember, like, do you want them doing overlap and run after overlap and run? Like, it is pre-season. You know what I mean? Like,
I want him to show Jürgen that he can do it.
Yeah.
And these are the games where he has to show him.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think he's done all right. I think they've all done okay. There's been a couple of really sloppy passes, like that one from Diaz to Fab. Fab just puts one straight out to play. Ibu puts one on a play for them. So it is pre-season. You can tell that they're not quite there. Some of the sharpness, but I've been impressed by Trent as well. I think defensively and going forward, he's had a good little half there. But yeah, what's going to be interesting now is who's on and who's off.
Yeah.
Who's doing the hour, who's doing the 45s. We'll come across that in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a potential lineup here in front of me. So Davies in goal. I imagine that will be a 60-minute if he comes on. Milner right back, Matip, Gomez, Costas Tsimikas, Henderson, Morton and Jones in the 8s, with Elliott on the right, Carvalho on the left, and Nunez up front. Could work, which would be really exciting. That was what This Is Anfield predicted, and obviously I mentioned it earlier. They predicted the first side right within Firmino for Nunez, so that's the side that they said for the second half. That would be really exciting, wouldn't it, if we got to see Steve Carvalho and Elliott either side of Nunez?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure it's doing Nunez any favour. I don't know. It depends how good they play. Like, I'd like to have seen Nunez start this one with all the boss lads. Because I think he needs the confidence. I think he needs a bit of confidence boost, but which is crazy. He's been here 2 minutes. Like, it's strange. But yeah, listen, I think Elliott's going to be a star. I really do. I've got no doubts about that. Carvalho, I'm just intrigued to see what he is. They clearly like him, and there's a lot to like by all accounts, but we haven't really seen too much. But I just don't know. I think they need to make a decision on Elliott. Is he a midfielder or is he an attacker? It's nice that he can play both, but I think at that age you can almost be messed around a bit because Oxlade-Chamberlain does this a little bit. You fall between two stalls. What do I do in both situations? Am I a midfielder? Am I a winger?
Skybox is going to go off now, Tom. Sorry, mate. But before we go to it, Tom. What? Before we go to the Skybox, can we go to an advert and sort it then? Is that all right? That makes more sense to me. He's fixed it already. Super Tom. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple.
Tom's not even. He isn't in the gallery. You have to give him a minute.
All right. Well, I just told him not to go in there.
By then, he was too late.
Right. So we're going to go to an advert break. We've got a couple of new T-shirts out and a little bit more about Redmen Plus. Right, you freeloaders. I know you like Redmen TV. I know you like us and I know like the content that we do. If you want more of that, some incredible documentaries along with hours and hours of Liverpool-focused content every single week, then get on to redmenplus.com. Get yourself signed up, support us and allow us to do these YouTube videos for free forever. Hello, welcome back. It's the Redmen TV Watch Along. It's me, it's Steve, it's Chloe.
Where did you find that can?
Find it. I got it from the fridge.
Is there more in there?
I brought this one in with me this morning.
Okay. Well done, you.
Do you want a drink?
I've got water, but a 7-Up would have been nicer.
Oh, I'll bring you on in next week.
Thanks. I'm starving. I've had no food.
Do you want a banana?
No.
You can't take the end off. You've got to eat it.
just swallow it. That's
so we've come to the conclusion that Liverpool haven't released the side as we've seen yet for the second half, so it's probably going to be maybe 3 or 4 substitutes or a big change on 60.
I'm trying to think who's I think Salah will do an hour, because he's fucking Mo Salah. I don't know, it's hard to know where they're all up to, really, isn't it?
I think the back 4 probably stays on for 60.
I'd like to give Nunez a half. That's me
Same.
thinking it, but it's a difficult one.
Hendo will be disappointed not to get a half, I think. I imagine he'd probably be at the stage where, the first teamers are probably looking at 45 minutes. They'd want, but look, we've not heard anything yet, so...
I'm looking for. I'm scrolling Twitter, but no one's seems to know.
I mean, the big player that I'm looking forward to seeing, Chloe, is Nunez again, because I don't want this to rumble on through pre-season anymore. I want to just give him an opportunity to score a goal, and then everyone shut the fuck up.
And I think also maybe if it is Elliott and Carvalho, it may benefit him in the way of the other front two know each other's runs. They know the positions of each other. Elliott and Carvalho don't really know the positions or runs of everyone
Stick
else
on the big
around
fella's
them.
head. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Carvalho's had Mitrovic in front of him for a year.
It might just be a case of you playing what's in front of you, which is Nunez, so maybe that does help him. But also, I don't know what to think of it, the fact that he put that tweet up about like resilience or something, and I was like, it's like your second pre-season game.
I didn't like it. I said this on the podcast the other day. I know you and Ross disagree. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
it just
it
forget
seems
like
like
about
you cared a bit too much. Like, I know
it was like Harry Maguire doing that when he scored for England. I don't like it really. I just play footy. I wasn't a fan of it. But again, who knows what it means, and maybe it's just his way of doing it. But it was the shush emoji, wasn't it? And the resilience thing. I wasn't a fan of it.
I mean,
it's because you're gonna get more of this. And you're going to you play for Liverpool, like Mo Salah gets it off, other teams fans, Trent gets, like the best players in the world get it. You're going to get stick because people hate us. You play for Liverpool, other fans are going to give you all kinds
nearly
of
everyone
abuse.
don't us, to be honest.
The best way to deal with it is score goals. That's the best way to deal with it.
But to then post and then...
I didn't like it, I'll be honest. I wasn't a fan.
I just don't mind. I just don't think it's... I think we read too much into every little detail about what's on people's Instagrams and all that type of stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Listen, Grandad, leave it to the young coach to talk about the socials. As if I'm throwing myself in that category there. The average age of this coach is about
30.
No, 22, 23. The average age of your coach is like 30.
The average age of your coach is not 22. How old do you think Chloe is if you're 34? To average that down at 22, by the way.
But how old am I?
Oh yeah, we're there. No, 30, 55, 20.
No, but how old am I?
Why did you just say 50?
27 and a half. I'm doing my ads. It's about 27. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
I don't know.
You are 21, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're 55.
So how did you get, knowing that she's 21, which you've just proved, that the average age between 34 and 21 is 22?
I did.
That's what I'm wondering.
I did 55 divided by 2 and didn't, and for some reason thought that was 22. It's been a long day. 27. Listen, we're in our 20s over here, Grandad. Stay over on the 30s, coach.
Oh, fucking hell, lad. Just fucking sly.
I love it. The clothes.
Wicked Juice, is he doing Redmen's finances? No, thank fuck. Is the honest answer to that.
Chris and Charlie do them, which isn't much better.
It's well worse.
Yeah.
Oh, it is what it is. We are where we are.
Charlie keeps us sane, doesn't she? She keeps us on the straight and narrow.
I think so.
Well, I don't know. She just asks me for receipts all the time.
Nasser Hussein's in the comments.
The real Nasser Hussein?
Doesn't say the real Nasser Hussein, so no.
Well, he is our Nasser Hussein.
Yeah, Nasser Hussein. He said, who scored? Mo. It was a lovely little finish.
Read the fucking words.
That's the sub of the day, look. It's just there, mate. Everyone asks me. And I know you're ordering chicken, lettuce and mayo, and that's it anyway. Because you're a scouser, that's what they do. I once served a steak knife to somebody in the middle of their loaf of bread in Subway.
Just left a knife in it.
I left the knife in the proving place, and obviously it starts off small, and when it proves it goes bigger because it's a dough, and it enveloped the steak knife. And I served it, and literally in the middle of the bread was a steak knife, and she came back and was like, and nearly, there's a steak knife in my bread, and I was like, I am so sorry, love. And then years later, when I was working...
You didn't lose your job?
luckily I was the manager. Years later, when I was working in the tavern, someone came over to me and went, excuse me, got a problem on table 3. No problem. Went over there.
Oh.
And she went, my salmon's raw. And I looked at her, and it was her, the steak knife woman. And I was like, oh, shit. You're my, like, unicorn. I just can't serve you food. And I said to her, if I'm really, really sorry, I'll give you that meal for free, no problem whatsoever. If I move jobs, I will tell you where I'm working.
Did she recognise you from the last
She knew exactly. Like, you don't forget someone who fucking baked the steak knife in your bread.
Joe Matip. I've spotted Matip. We're on sub watch.
Oh, yes.
Mo's on. I was right.
It'd be lovely to have a graphic, like, but...
Matip, we're getting Matip ready. We've seen him. They brought Campion. Campbell?
He's been playing.
Oh, was he? I didn't notice.
He was on from the start, yeah.
Ah, right, okay. Oh, they're sort of grabbing his nuts. See, there's
Nunez.
Nunez, Matip.
Simicas.
Oh, it won't let me fucking
how do you say, Chloe?
Tismichas.
That's not how you say it, Chloe. I'm sorry, I can't have it.
It's alright, I'm not here to impress you, mate. I feel like I just take the piss out of you on these.
I'm technically your boss.
Sadly, there's a lot of worse things that happen here, and it's all from your mouth.
Darwin's on anyway. He's got your wristband thing on as well. Maybe it is some type. Oh, Hendo's on. I saw Hendo.
Oh, Costas has got it on too.
Yeah, it must be a tracker.
Something.
It's clearly a tracker of some sort.
It'll be like GPS or something rather than they wear it on the back normally and stuff, don't they?
For, lad?
No idea. He's not here to tell you, Chloe.
Yeah, if I figure out yourself, you're not. I don't know.
Matip's got it. Big kick up to where Mane used to be.
No, it's
Nunez wins it.
First header from Nunez. Let's see if we can figure this out.
So was it just 3 subs then?
Diaz is on and Salah's on.
Who did Matip come on for?
Costas came on.
Robbo. It's just Matip for a defender. We'll figure out who it was in a minute.
So Endo, Nunez, Tismichas.
Virgil's there.
Virgil's on, so Konate's off.
Konate's off, yeah.
Okay, I want to say it was just 3 subs, I think, on the
So
way.
what that says then is they're the lads who are probably closest to the first team, aren't they?
Oh,
them 3.
Who did you bring on?
Nunez, Hendo, Tismichas, Matip.
Has Elliot come on for Keita? Has Elliot come on for Keita, yeah?
Hendo for Keita?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
4 subs. You said 3?
No, whenever I said Nunez, Enzo, Tismichas, Matip.
You went 3 subs and then named 4 players.
Oh, did I say 3 subs? Sorry. Okay, I can understand where you come from there then.
Well, LFC have tweeted.
Yeah, they have.
Nice one, I've already done it now, haven't I?
4 changes. Chimicas, Matip, Hendo and Nunez to replace Robertson, Konate, Keita and Firmino.
We figured it out ourselves.
It seems much easier when they just tweet it. Maybe next time we'll just wait.
No, where's the fun in that?
Could they not just do it at half time? No, because they clearly know.
Well, they could have put a graphic on the screen at some point, couldn't they? That's what someone could have done.
Ridiculous. Etcham Ul Hassan, thank you so much for the super chat.
What did Nasu Hussein say?
Does Nunez give you Torres vibes?
No. No. What did Nasu Hussein say? Did we get to that comment?
I've got no idea.
I think I took the piss out of Stevie for then.
Yeah, that's it.
Poor Nasu, he's there going, oh, so nearly got me comment right.
Write it again, Nas.
Go on.
Hopefully you are the cricketer.
Where's it streaming? Says AJ. It is on LFC TV if you are a member of that platform. Darwin is so good, says Q.
Who did it give you vibes of? I don't know.
Team over.
Go on. Penalty. Give it Darwin.
Penalty.
Give it Darwin.
It's not being given.
Has he given it? Surely he has.
Yes.
Yeah, he has. Let him take it.
Get Darwin on that, mate.
Diaz nips in front of the goalie who's just come on as a sub goalie and has given a penalty away straight away. It was rash.
He just lifts the ball straight over him.
Throw in from Trent. Hendo flicks it on. Diaz nips it. Yeah, it's a foul.
That's clean as a whistle, a penalty. Yeah. And it's a good throw in from Liverpool.
Yeah, their sub goalies just cleans Diaz out. Who takes it? Do you reckon Salah will let him have it, or do you reckon Salah will take it? If I'm Salah, I'd probably take it because he's a goal scorer, isn't he?
No, but
the friendly's counting as goal bonus.
He's Darwin. Go ahead.
Come on,
Don't
Darwin.
miss it. It's high risk.
Oh, I'm nervous for him. It's a friendly.
Imagine he does like a shush.
Go on, Darwin.
Right.
Yeah! I thought he'd missed.
Oh my God, Darwin. My word, mate.
Our goalie mate got a hand to it.
Resiliency or whatever he said.
I'd be deleting that tweet after that then.
He gave the pen. He should say that was not a great pen. but he scored.
I don't know how
That's
good
all
the
we
pen it
care
was. It's
about.
hard to tell from that angle. I always
It
find.
wasn't a good pen.
You
Well,
need
if
to,
you got- you got
you
hands
got
to
a
it.
hand to it, yeah, but
Let's have a look from this. Yeah, there you go.
It might
see
have
how
been a
bad
good
it
pen.
was.
That's it. No, it was
Oh, it was a
horrific.
penalty.
Should have saved that.
It's a terrible pen.
Our goalie's done him a favour there. Gives a pen away and then just throws it in for him. I'm not convinced that Darwin should be our pen
Oh,
taker.
that's an awful penalty. Yeah, no.
It goes in, so he got enough power on it. He hit it hard, to be fair. But our goalie, mate, didn't do...
I'm happy he scored that, though.
Yeah, he needs that, didn't he?
You know what? We've got two very different players. We've got Darwin Nunez, who wears his socks like that, and then you've got Thiago, whose socks barely cover
He
his
wears
shin
them,
pads.
yeah, he wears them like stockings, doesn't he? But Thierry
Yeah.
Henry used to do that.
Oh, what a
Oh,
ball,
what a
Thiago.
There you are, a little graphic there. Oh my God, who made these 1940s graphics on the screen?
Weren't you born then, Chris?
Shut up.
Chloe's just taking
Oh,
shots.
Darwin. Penalty again.
Let's give a foul against him.
Come off there.
She's not backwards and coming forwards, Chloe, is she?
No, she's
Been here
a tit.
2 minutes.
If you were up in that office every
21
single day, you'd proper understand them.
20 days you work. No, not even that. You started on July 4th. You've been here like 17 days.
Darwin Nunez has scored, Samantha. A penalty. Not a very good penalty, but he scored.
It went in.
Have I missed anything? And Salah scored as well. So it's been a good start to the half. 2-0 Liverpool.
Where's that
4-9
Nunez
it's
song that
gone.
that fella put all over?
Please.
Darwin Nunez.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's
I
so
can't
bad.
physically watch it. It's just...
Adrian with
He
a
was
knife.
having fun though, wasn't he?
Yeah, good for him. Adrian's kicking is not very good there. Just come back to him though, he's fine.
Great 1-2 there by Adrian. Played it with the RB Leipzig central midfielder. What's going on here?
Back to Liverpool trying to play off on the back is what's happening here. Can they get there? Oh, Virgil gives it away but wins a throw in. That's what happened there. Stephen.
Stephen Somerville, Irish Rugby. Stephen, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. He's just signed up to Club Legends.
Yeah, Steve.
Probably overdue for a long time viewer, but can't wait to move to this tier and get more brilliant content from Redmen. Not only do you get loads and loads of bonuses and stuff, Stephen, thank you so much as well. It really does help us to be able to produce all the content, Club Legends and the Club Captains over on Redmen Plus. But you get access to the Discord as
That's
well.
the cool bit.
And
money
you
off
can
merch.
actually appear in the shows now, because the Club Legend show is coming back. When's it come back, Steve? Is it next week?
No,
what?
Darwin's in.
Nunez?
It is.
Finish
What a
it,
one.
lad.
Yeah, that's what I want to
a
see.
finish.
That's more
a
like it.
Yes, that's a good finish. Well played.
Love that by Trent as well.
That off
That
the
was a
shoulder
finish,
running. That's
yeah.
what we were after.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's a good finish.
That's
That's,
a
a good
good
run across the goalkeeper. Well played. That's
Love
more what you
that.
like to see. Yeah. Well, there's another baldy in the crowd. We're everywhere. We're invading. That's a really good finish. I like that a lot.
Let's have a look.
So who wins the ball? But Henderson
No.
pressures.
Endo and Thiago both pressure. Salah plays it through.
No, it's Trent.
It was
Was it
Trent.
Trent?
Yeah. Oh, he gives the goalie the eyes. I
It's a
think.
great finish.
Trent's playing centre mid.
That's a great little touch.
That's
by
a great
Trent.
touch.
1,
yeah.
2. That's lovely.
That little outside of the boot touch by Darwin.
What?
Here,
Now,
yeah, that is silky as fuck. Just takes it away from the defender.
I like that. That's a really good
Changes
finish.
the angle.
Really good finish.
See, we just needed to get him in the correct positions. the
That's
right
his
runs,
second
the right
touch
passes.
is amazing.
Yeah.
1,
Because that
2.
ball's not great by him.
Yeah, the angles.
Trent,
I think
the bobble in it as well.
I think if the goalie the eyes and made up for him there. Look at that. Points back to his teammate. Yeah.
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah. You look great in red, Darwin.
Yes, Darwin. Back to the Club Legend discussion.
I'm excited now.
Yeah, that was good.
That's all I needed. End the pre-season.
I thought you only needed them to get a shot on
I
target
did then.
against Man
It's been week
United.
3. You need 2 goals now.
What's cool on your welcome email, Steve, by the way, for your sign up, you'll have got a notification about how to put stuff in podcast players as well, which are not. I think some people still miss that. Like we do, everything we put out goes as a podcast as well. We don't expect people to have the time to sit and watch 15 hours a day. I mean, some people do 15 hours of content a week, but you can listen to all of it if you commute. Get it as a podcast. That's what it's there for as well.
Started listening to that one that you recommended, actually.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've listened to the first episode. It's really good, mate.
No, someone sent me the thing the other day about Darwin Nunez. It was Eddie Hearn. You Darwin with the headband. You had different gravy, but they changed it to Darwin.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought it was
Like
really Darwin. You with the headband. You had different gravy.
Do you reckon you can get a hat-trick, Chloe?
Yeah, why not?
Plenty of time, man.
I mean-
Here, man.
Fucking hell,
He's got
Paxman's
2
in the
goals,
building.
Chris.
What a question that was. He scored 2. Can he score another goal?
Even if he had 0, he could if he really wanted to, like.
Here he is. He got a chance.
Oh, not if he's getting hospital passes like that from fucking Costas.
Costas did no favours there, did he? Trent effectively playing centre mid here, so Joel's got to go and cover back.
Look at Costa there,
Joel.
Trent.
Yeah, he got back into some sort of position.
Oh, Joe.
Brilliant. I love Joel.
I never say...
Oh, that was needless. And I love it.
A little no-look pass from Diaz. And
What a
Thiago.
ball. Go on,
Thiago.
lad. Oh,
Wow, we're through
I
again.
love
There was
Diaz.
Diaz
Darwin
cuts
on the
inside.
shoulder. Pull him, lad.
Look how narrow
Oh.
Salah is as well.
It's still wedges.
Yeah, good pass. Just hit it right at the back of Nunez's heel. It fell back to him, but yeah, give it away. Liverpool took the piss a little bit there.
It's Luis Diaz, isn't it? Love it.
It's funny how a side can feed off something like that. Like just a little... I don't know, Thiago, we seem to feed off every time he does something a little bit mad, and Diaz does it then, and when Bobby does it, you just seem to... I don't know whether you just get a little bit more confidence.
Where Diaz, out of the sky, picked a ball up with...
Against Everton. Just
Yeah.
took the piss, yeah.
It was incredible. It's like what Alisson did when we versed Everton. Just
Fell
catching
on
the
the
ball.
floor.
Something, just like...
Ball over the top. Is he onside?
Okay.
He's running through anyway. We'll come back to it.
He's
He's
offside.
offside. Liverpool stopped. As you want to say
well
then.
in.
Well
Adrian.
done, Adrian. Ain't that one from Allison? Paul Greaves says Nunez a flop. Lol. Indeed. And this doesn't.
I think it was a really good. It was a really good
beater
finish.
either, by the way, because it still stands. It's pre-season.
No, but that finish...
The finish was good.
Yeah,
It's a great finish.
it's a proper strike. Isn't
But
it?
I go back to it, and I said this on, was it the podcast or something the other day? If you're going to judge him on anything, judge him on the last few years of being a striker in professional football matches, and you'll know that Nunez is going to be good.
We look so good. I know it's again friendly taken into account, but we're knocking the ball around for fun here.
Go on, lad.
Nunez, just you see that is where he needs to learn about link-up play, because that wasn't great by
Also,
Nunez.
just passing.
Well, he put it behind him. He was chasing back, to be fair.
Thiago, whatever.
Thiago just with a foul. That's a yellow card in the Premier League, innit? Vince.
Yeah,
But that's what Nunez...
Anything that's not a friendly, that's a yellow card.
Yeah. That's where Nunez could get better, like his understanding of where the ball needs to be. He makes the run for Diaz before and it hits him, because he isn't quite where he wants to be, and then that one is just a bit of a sloppy pass.
Who's this?
Shot from distance, wide from them. I wonder if Adrian gets the whole game. I'd probably give him the whole game, you know.
Yeah, and if you don't know if Alisson's going to be back, you
Well,
may as well
and
have him.
Kelleher hasn't even gone.
No.
He isn't
Don't
even,
know where he is.
So Oxlade-Chamberlain the same,
And
isn't it?
Jota.
Jota. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a few
those
of them.
three.
They're the three. They're the three who stayed behind.
Oh, it's still there, lad.
Who's that?
Still there, Hendo.
Good ball.
Played.
Thiago's first touch, surprisingly poor, unlike him.
The second was nice. Though.
It was, yeah, made up for it.
It was interesting. I've got some of the words that Klopp said about Nunez. Obviously, he's kind of put it all to bed now within 10 minutes of the second half kicking off. But like Klopp was saying that he loved his movement and his ability to get away from defenders and find pockets of space.
That's exactly what he did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Virgil van
Oh
Dijk
my
was
God,
speaking
that's
about
so
him in the
good.
Athletic as well. And he was saying, we saw how good Darwin is when he played against Benfica last season. He's a very talented striker, one for now and also for the future. I just remember the away leg, he tried to target Ebo a bit more than me. Cheeky Virgil. Everybody tries to target
He gave Virgil a bit of a torrid time, though.
Yeah, he gave them both a torrid time.
Go on. Okay.
In the second leg, he was particularly good as well.
He scored about 5 goals that night or something, and part 3.
He gave Ali the eyes, didn't he, on one of them? Leipzig,
Forsberg there over on the right.
Yeah.
raft of
Is that
changes.
Lima as well?
We were linked with Emil Forsberg, weren't we, a few years back. Like, he always looked like a good player to me. Bless you.
Thank you. I moved the mic. I remembered.
Is that the Ed button? It?
No, my first watch along, I sneezed down the mic once. People went fucking fumed at me. Or air crisp once as well, and that made people angry.
Yeah, people don't like eating crisps in front of a microphone, to be fair.
I moved the mic, but you could still hear it. They were telling me I was unprofessional.
Oh. And sneezing down your t-shirt all over your nipples isn't.
Oh.
Well, listen, needs must.
I don't think they'd do very well here, those kind of people. If they heard you.
What's wrong with me? What the hell? Now what? I sneezed. Everyone sneezes. Fucking hell.
No,
That's what I say when I fart in the living room.
Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that in work.
Oh, don't lie. Sound.
Everyone farts.
There's a difference though when it's Stig.
I
I'm not even going to say what he did to Jimmy.
Yeah,
What did you do to Jimmy?
the fan was next to him, so I farted into the fan. and then I walked over towards him. Did I tell you what I did to Ross? And I know Ross is watching along. Did I tell you what I did to Ross?
James Milner's coming on. Sorry, Leipzig making loads of changes, Liverpool as well.
My story's well better.
I know, but I'm going to tell Chloe
Milner.
to keep an eye on who it is, because there's more than just James Milner. Look, they've got graphics.
For them, they've got team.
Fuck's
I
sake.
went to the toilet in the toilet, and then I went to host a show. So I went, Ross, I'm really busy. I need my phone. Can you go and get it for me? I left it in the toilet, but I hadn't. It was in my pocket. But I made him walk in, and he walked in and goes, "Oh my god!" It was so mean. I do apologise. He got me back though.
Yeah, what did he do?
He done something recently where he did get me back, but I can't remember what it was. Obviously, wasn't as memorable. Elliot and Gomez I've just seen. So there it is. So Virgil's going off surely.
Unless it's Trent.
Oh bollocks! Yeah, good point.
We're saying that we've just seen Milner.
Could be both.
Milner probably for Trent.
Let's figure this out. They're showing all their subs.
Lima.
Yeah,
Lima
they'll just
for
start
Lima.
the game when ours come on.
Wasn't he linked with a load of people? Evidently not.
Carvalho.
And
Goalie.
Davies.
Goalie as well, Davies probably.
I was wrong then.
Fine, Davies.
Right then, here we go. Let's try and figure this out.
This is so cool.
That's the best part of friendlies, figuring out who the subs are coming on. Schlager?
Schlager. I'll have a schooner of lager, please. A Schlager, if you will.
Schlager.
Oh, dearie me. Right,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Elliot, Milner,
Sick boys.
Kurt Jones, Carvalho.
Who's-
It was that,
Bajetic.
yes, that was him.
That's not how you say it. And
Stefan.
Neil
Good
Jones
yes.
told me
Stefan.
today, and I forgot how you say it.
Can't fuck
Bajetic.
Stefan up.
Okay, Gomez.
4. Virg.
Well, it'll be Thiago then, won't it? Because,
Salah's off.
Oh.
fuck's sakes.
Thiago's off.
Let's just wait.
Fabinho's off.
Oh.
Are you struggling? We'll go through the team in a minute, Club, don't we?
Nice one. I know Elliot's got to come in for Salah. Is Carvalho left centre mid or left wing? Is Diaz still playing? Is my point.
Right.
So we've
Matip and
got...
Gomez in the centre. Jimikas on the left-hand side.
And James Milner's playing right back.
It looks like
Yeah.
Stefan's playing the 8. Kurt Jones playing left of mid. Harvey Elliott right. Oh no, is that Hendo there?
Whoa.
Harvey Elliott right wing. Hendo right midfield. Milner right back.
I don't know what I've done, but I've done something. So,
Do you want me to start again?
Tell us your team.
Davies, Gomez, Matip, Milner, Tsimikas, Bajetic, Hendo, Jones, Elliott, Nunez, Carvalho.
There you
Yeah,
go. Nailed
that's
it.
So Elliott and Nunez on the wings.
Oh, go on.
No. Elliot and Carvalho on the wings.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Liverpool have got
Which
4
is
against 2, yeah?
Which was
Back
Hendo
post, lad.
into the box.
It's back
Carvalho
post.
header over the bar. Oh no, it's blocked.
Oh, set him. Go back.
Nunez. Back to Jones.
To play that.
Tin! Oh, he got the tin round.
Bajetic did well.
Down the line. Costas to the byline. Crosses
He's
it
so
in.
good
Header.
cross it.
Ooh!
cheeky.
Harvey Elliott rising like a salmon.
Cheeky.
You wouldn't expect Harvey Elliott to get many headers. It was a free header though.
So that side I read out at half time, you were one off again. Because they got the front 3.
Oh,
Obviously, we got the
Bajetic.
Nunez. We got the Darwin Nunez with Carvalho and Elliott either side. They had Morton in for Stefan.
Bajetic. Yeah, but they obviously like Bajetic. I can't say his name. Neil Jones taught me it this morning and I forgot it.
Steffi B.
Apparently Jürgen, when he saw him, said,
Oh, touch
he's
lad.
17. Wow, that was what they were told.
My first impressions of
Go
him, I was well impressed with him.
Not a good enough ball.
Elliott's rubbish. Ball to
Oh my god.
You panic all the time.
Did you see it on Friday?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
TV's crap. I keep thinking people are getting injured.
She had Darwin Nunez in Aussie. Amputated his leg. He only fell over.
Honestly.
Absolute A&E.
I'll be honest. I was building furniture for my kid while you had that watch along. So I had the match on the telly. I had you on the watch along, and I had building furniture. And I wasn't watching because I had my head down, and you were like, "Oh my god, Darwin Nunez is dead!" And I shit myself. Turned out he was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what I did? Building that furniture, put it together wrong. I had to take it all apart. It took me 6 hours in the end.
What was it?
I had a dressing table with a lid that lifts up, and there's a mirror on it, and like compartments for the makeup and that for Claire. And
What did you do wrong?
built it upside down, essentially. The
Didn't you think when the legs were in the air? Hang on a minute here.
the legs were on. The legs were on and the lid was on, and that was right. But the bit that they were attached to was upside down.
Oh,
but you couldn't just turn it over and flip it round. You had to take the whole thing apart.
Was
So,
it IKEA?
yeah. 3 hours. It says on it, it'll take you 3 hours to build it. I was like, sounds, I'll do that. But I had to build it twice, so it took me 6 hours to build it.
What they should realise with IKEA, and like I know they don't use words on their thing because then they'd have to put it in every different language. But what they should realise is we're shit at this stuff.
Actually, yeah.
So
You know
put
what,
it
though?
at least in English for us, because everyone else doesn't need the words. We're idiots. We need the words.
You know those ones where it's the, I don't know what you call it, like the screws that you screw into the wood, and then there's like they go into the furniture, and then you tighten.
turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was them, because there was loads of them. I had to take
Jays.
I had to take them all out. It was
Oh, mate.
honestly
What a ball he was that.
6 hours. I realised when I built it, what happened was I'm done. Went downstairs for dinner. Come back up and Claire had a look at it. She opened the lid, and all you could see was the rough side of wood rather than the smooth finish. She was like, "Are you sure that's right?" I was like, in my head, I knew straight away. I knew it was wrong. I was like, that's what it might be what it meant to look like. And then I realised, like, she went, "Let me just check the pictures." I was like, "Fuck."
Bumbled.
She checked it. I thought I was going to get away with
Go
it.
on, Harvey.
I did
That's
not.
James
No, the
Milner.
fucking hell. It's so difficult to see from
Corner for the
Oh my
Far.
God, look at the A. Look at the L.
Ah, mate. I know. Don't start me on all this stuff.
Chris
So-
went viral on TikTok saying, "Why?"
So I got the kid the kit this morning, and I was like, "What lettering do you want, babe?" And she's like, "Those ones." I'm like, "No, you're getting Premier League lettering." I was hoping I wouldn't have to step in. I was hoping you'd tell me the Premier League
Trying to
lettering.
give you an option.
Yeah, but
But
you
you
picked
didn't.
the wrong
Player
one.
or her own name?
Payjack 8.
Oh, nice. Header, back
Oh,
post to
still there.
Henderson.
And because she's a young girl,
Oh, it's bouncing around. No, you can't get a touch on it.
the reason
Oh,
she
right,
went for
oh, right,
8
then.
is because she
What a
is
ball.
8.
Perfect.
Not that, not she's not an Abby Cater fan. Well, she might be.
You might be both.
She looks wicked, isn't it, actually? She was proper made up,
The
like
pink one.
purple.
Sorry, the goalkeeper one, yeah. I've got Lucas is awake. It turned up today. The new one.
Does he love it?
It's not the best kid we've ever had.
Oh.
The red's amazing. The red one's fantastic.
Red's lovely, like.
The white one's a bit crazy.
Oh.
Edge of the box for Joe.
Oh, right.
Going
Ball.
back to Milner. Second chance. Cross. Can anyone get a head
Come
on
on,
it?
oh, it's still matter.
Hendo backstows.
Oh.
Bad first touch.
It's all right.
Right.
We still got it.
Joey go.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Big Joe ignores James Milner over on the right-hand side. He made a great run, by the way, and just went for the pile driver.
Did you know Joe Gomez 6th all time on the most games Liverpool without scoring list?
Really?
Where did you learn that? What show was it?
Michael Reid. When Joe Gomez signed his new contract, I had Michael Reid, and Michael's brilliant. He done some really good stats. I've got this fun one at the end. The only two of note, like who
Oh, what a back pass that is! By the way, what
Goalie volleys are out, straight out of play. The only ones I knew were Rob Jones and Stefan Oncho were above him, and then like there was guys from one of them had played like 300 games. I think his name was like Epstein, Ellsworth or something, like a really old-fashioned pre-war name. But yeah, Gomez was behind Honcho, Jones and a few others. 140 odd games, never scored. Even the fucking goal he scored.
That's fucking mad. man.
I'm not gonna lie. Davies, I like the goalkeeper. I think he's fairly decent.
At what?
Like, just
Calm. Don't get
Yeah, he's
scout.
very good
We
with
need
the
him to be
street.
good because when we do all our best ever scouts 11s and we can't pick a goalie, shout out Tony Warner. But like Harvey could be that. I think it was Keith O'Neill who done something in the Athletic. But why aren't there many scout goalies? She done a big piece on it. And essentially it was because no one who plays footy in Liverpool wants to go and goal. Essentially.
It sounds about right,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Go
like,
on.
It's a shit position to play.
Yeah.
Someone help him.
Darwin's gone down the line.
Oh.
Little step over.
Tried to step over, didn't he?
Wins a throw, yeah.
How tall is he?
6'2" or 6'4", is he?
Four, yeah, he is.
6'4". Same height as Paul.
Hey, Millie's got like a little bit of a
I enjoy it.
little bit of stubble.
I like it.
Little 5 o'clock shadow. See that?
No, I didn't actually.
Watch now. Usually you don't show with that Millie. Is he growing a little beard?
There was no zooming.
When they zoom in a minute. Okay, Jones gives it back.
Ball.
Oh, go on.
Yeah,
Darwin on the edge.
Not a great first touch.
It's all right. It's going all the way back to Matip. Oh, nice
Nice.
little ball that
Played.
into Stefan.
Oh,
Tim!
that's a
Oh,
ball,
go
Millie.
on.
Round the
Oh, he's
corner.
on the edge.
Oh.
Oh, Darwin nearly gets in.
Hendo with that with a nice turn and flick. Just Just a
It was
little
nice play, considering we started with Nunez, went back to the Matip, and then Matip just injected that
Massive
ball
loves
straight
that,
back
yeah,
in.
because the easy ball there was just to put it wide and he just slices through the middle and Liverpool are in.
He's so good at that, like.
Yeah, he is really good.
Yes, but
There's your mate. Wins the ball back.
Oh, here we go.
Can he
Oh,
find
what's he
the
doing?
legs.
Go on,
Elliot
Harvey.
across the ball. Oh, yes! Hat-trick for Darwin Nunez. Chris, your answer? Can he
There
get
you
a hat-trick? Oh,
That was
delighted.
great play by Stefan, wasn't it?
I wanted to be Harvey Elliott then. Not gonna lie.
You wanted to be Harvey Elliott, then, as in
Yeah.
you wanted to play the ball in for Darwin.
No, Darwin Nunez gave Elliott a hug.
Oh, right.
Are you a Nunez fan?
I am when he's in red. Evidently.
What about when he's in bed?
Oh, Chris, that's inappropriate. You're a boss.
How's that inappropriate?
It is a little bit.
No, come off it.
It's creepy as well. You're like well older than it.
So?
It's a good finish, by the way. Just go back.
It's a
I'm
brilliant
diverting away from that one. I'm diverting a HR disaster. I'm the HR department in this place.
She
Which
said
by
she likes
yourself.
Darwin
Is he good
Nunez,
at
that's
I know.
fine.
HR. Oh, look, it's like a bear hug, that.
Bachet-
Harvey Elliott looks so
Bachetic.
happy as well.
Bachetic.
It's a ch.
Bachetic. I'm still going to say
No, but
Bachetic.
itch. Bachetic. Itch. I'm
That's
sure
how I
that's
was
what,
saying it all along.
I'm sure that's what Neil Jones told me this morning.
But you said I was wrong and I was saying it that way earlier.
Bachetic.
Yeah.
Bachetic. I can't remember now. Either way, it must be instructive, Chris. You're going back to him. He's in ahead. You mentioned with Tyler Morton, and he is in the team. Cross comes in, Liverpool to deal
I
with
just
it.
want to talk about
Gomez.
Darwin Nunez. I don't care about
But-
Stefan.
Good, yeah,
You see-
hat-trick for Darwin.
Elliott and that are just playing to what's in front of them, which is Darwin Nunez running off the back.
It's a good finish, you know, a little toe into the bottom corner.
Oh, yes.
He's in the exact right place. That's exactly where you want him to be, isn't it? In the
number 9.
6-yard box like that.
Good finish. Here come the Leipzig on the attack, but Liverpool,
That's just me asking. What?
that's not a foul.
He's just bullied him.
Yeah, Kostas doesn't like that decision.
He's very
I'm not
upset
sure that was a
about
foul.
it. His hair does look like a lion's mane, to be fair there.
I've heard some rumours about Kostas. I'll tell you off here.
Oh.
He's got some big things lined up off the field. And not just
does?
those jeans that he had on. They were, see them?
Yeah.
They was huge, them. Oh, look at that. The fans in Germany having a ball. It looks like LA.
I love that second goal of Nunez, you know.
Angelino, free kick.
That is a belter of a goal, that second.
Yeah, it was.
So
And the
you
third's
see-
a striker's goal. 2 good goals.
That's fucking amazing, isn't it? When you strip it back and think of it like that.
Right, here's your chance for Harvey Davies.
I mean,
then.
I'm not sure Elliott and
Angelino's
Carvalho
a
in this
good-
wall is a good idea.
Angelino's a good free kick. They're going to say 2 tiny lads in the
My
wall.
God.
I was thinking he's going for a cross.
Bajetic.
By all accounts, it looks like he was going to score, shoot.
Oh, Nunez
Oh,
can't
Darwin,
use the
not
ball
there.
there.
Not there, pal.
Saw a prediction dead early on in the comments. In fact, we might not even started streaming for 4-0 Liverpool in this one.
Well done, you.
I'd like another 3. Don't want to be greedy, but I would.
How much was Lingard's contract at Forest? Someone saying here
200 grand, up to 200 grand a week.
Up to,
To who?
And that Forest and
Wages to live.
Darwin is on 140.
Yeah, but the difference is, I think what's that, because he's a free transfer. They probably just said, rather than pay him, just give him the dough.
I mean, free transfer or not.
It's a big wage.
That's-
But if he keeps them up,
Yeah.
he's, you know, that's the thing, it's a gamble, but if he keeps them up.
Is he actually signed?
Is this part
Yeah,
of
signed,
the... When you're at Man United, you're on inflated wages type of thing anyway, and people just won't go
I think
for
it's when
less.
it's when you're a free agent, you go and break the bank where you can.
I
It's his
think
last big.
it's
Oh,
fucking mental.
Are
to
you
be honest with
okay?
you.
we just took a long throw-in into our own box. Don't mind it. No passing
That's
up there,
It
nice.
was a bit mad, wasn't it? But we've done well from it.
We're
Oh,
on.
Milner, what a
turn.
ball.
Oh, left
That's
hand
brilliant.
side, Carvalho's
Go
got a
on,
bit of
lad.
room to run into. He's
Out
got
the way,
Curtis
Curtis.
Jones. Run to the left. Darwin in
back
the centre.
Yeah.
It's good football, though, that.
Yeah, it was unlucky.
Nice quick break, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good by Henderson.
So we were thinking, you know, what would the front three of them look like together?
Looked good.
Well, they've looked
Decent.
brilliant together, to be fair.
Liverpool took the... What's happening there?
Right.
I think
There's
Two
another
balls.
ball.
Two balls on the pitch.
Two balls.
Liverpool took a free quick corner, but they've sent it back. Mate, that goes James Milner as well, by the way.
That ball was
Lovely.
sensational. Was it Henderson he played?
Yeah.
with
Milner
into?
to Henderson
Turned
through
him
to
as well.
Carvalho. I know he doesn't like playing right back, but I love him. He's unbelievable. I love him. Kostas corner in Headed away. Liverpool looking for a second ball. No, fair ball. Anyone?
Well in,
Nice.
Joey.
Oh,
Milner tidies up.
he deals with it, doesn't he?
Oh, he's quick, isn't he? It's putting our goalie under pressure.
Shurabil Patel, 100 squiggles, thank you very much.
What's
It's
a squiggle again?
Shit, rubles.
Oh,
Rupee.
yeah.
Rupee.
Rupee.
It's a shit position to play, said Paul Machin's best mate. Yeah, well, he'll freely admit it. It's a shit position.
Being in
Nobody
goal.
wants to play in goal.
Yeah, but Paul liked being a goalie because he wasn't very good playing out.
And then he left being a goalie because it was a shit position to play.
It's boring. My brother plays goal. My brother's in goal for the Redmen team.
Saturday.
On Saturday,
He's
yeah.
playing tomorrow, don't I? Well, I think it's Friday all the time.
Yeah, because I got asked to put a team together and then you and Paul just both pulled out of playing. Chloe's in.
Oh, he's in.
Yeah, Chloe's playing.
I haven't kicked a ball in 3 years, but
Same.
let's
Me,
see how
you,
it goes. eh?
yeah, we got Sam.
Was the last
Errol.
time you played with us pre-COVID?
No, played since COVID.
I haven't played for a
I
couple
think
of
I
months,
might
like,
have caught COVID playing footy.
There was a week when we all did that.
Yeah, it spread round, remember? And you were shitting yourself because you were going to Canada. And you were worried about getting that fucking... Make sure you
And then didn't go to a Tim Hortons.
I know, but there's one by Warrington, so I keep meaning to go there.
Not the same.
Oh, was that Milner
Just had
just
to score.
absolutely out of it for no reason? Did you see though?
I went for
Did
the...
he volley it?
Just had to score, I think.
He just smashed the ball at the goal, didn't he? Brilliant.
I like the stubble. We need another close up on Millie's stubble. Right then, what's that? 74. You know what I haven't asked for again? Likes on the stream. You're all watching us. It does help us, doesn't it? When we get the old
Doesn't it?
likeys.
It absolutely does.
Boxes off.
Thomas Lang says, Chris, really, really excited for the new season to start now, and Down is just out of this world. Hope you're okay, mate. You never walk on. We're all good. Thank you, Thomas. Hope you're good too. Thank you for joining us today. I think I'm done with pre-season. I've got all I needed.
You've got another game next week to
I
sort
know,
out.
but I'm just
Are you watching that one?
Yes, Curtis.
I am watching that one.
It was, isn't it, again? So it's free. And then it's the Community Shield, which is me and you.
Yeah.
And then
You're
Strasbourg the
on
next day
Strasbourg.
with
yeah.
me, Chloe. And Dan Club. Find me in the club.
Brilliant.
I think Dan Club was one of the finds of last season.
He's brilliant, Dan.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
absolutely
glad. I'm
superb.
glad. I know you know Dan Club well. Yeah, he's a...
I've never said his name that way.
No,
like,
but I every time I mention it, I say it, but he was one of our Redmen finds
If
of last
Steve
year.
does that again, he'll be on this couch with me, on the old man couch. I think you deserve to be on the old man couch for doing that.
I am anyway, I should be, yeah. What's wrong with Dan Club?
Nothing's wrong with Dan Club. We've got a problem with saying it like that.
It's the sweating like a lizard guy. It's the best. It's one of the best memes that's out there. Is it not? Or is it old fashioned?
Wayne.
Sweating like a lizard, that one.
Fucking mate. I see him round and about quite often. I saw him in motel bar in town at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was so made up, and everyone was with didn't know who he was, and I was like, sweating like a lizard.
someone clip that.
He's just fucking hilarious. Like,
I need to get that on TikTok.
I just love it. I think he's fucking brilliant. And I saw him in not Speak Retail, Edge Lane the other week, and I was like, oh yeah, what a guy. He's my hero.
But we're on TikTok now.
We are on TikTok.
We're doing
And the Redmen TV
underscore.
underscore.
That fucking underscore, yeah.
Fantastic. And I think it is me that's got the Redmen TV account, but I've just lost the logins.
Fair enough. We'll get it back. Their goalie with the ball gives it away. Oh, close. Harvey put him under pressure.
You've done well there.
I don't know how far along Leipzig are in their
Not the
pre-season.
same as us, they came back the same
Because
time as us.
they look shit.
Yeah, they came back the same time as us, and the Premier League kicks off at the same weekend as the Bundesliga.
they look
Research.
off it. They don't look good at all.
Holstenberg.
Bars coming on.
Twitter's in meltdown. What for this time?
Oh, what's happened now?
I've no idea. And maybe it's because of... Oh, maybe it's the non-Liverpool Twitter. I mean, they won't be happy that he scored a hat-trick. I wonder who's the first person to get a compilation up with 1 million views after he scored his hat-trick.
When your phone buzzes and you think it might be something exciting and it's not. It was LinkedIn. See who's looking at your profile.
LinkedIn does my head in.
140 people are noticing you.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, dear.
Can Do I get money? Do I get money for that?
I think
What a touch
think
by Henderson.
I'm definitely on LinkedIn.
Don't use it. I use it to promote Redmen.
I
One of our
never
sponsors
got it.
come through from my a LinkedIn connection.
Time for that shit.
Yeah, that's my job.
I know.
That's why you hired me.
I know.
So you'd have to do that shit. You can just sit here and look pretty.
I'll
Were we
take
on
the
likes,
free
Chris?
kick.
Can you tell?
Yeah, man. We were on 300 last
Oh.
time, so 668.
Let's come here to 1,000 before full time.
It's 1,000.
If you haven't liked the video already, let's try and get to a grand before these last 12 minutes. My maths, man. It is 12. It is 12, yeah. Yes.
It's 12, yeah.
90 minus 78 equals 8. 78 plus 8 equals 90.
So we've got 600. And what how many do we have?
Give us a like for every time Steve gets the maths wrong.
So we've had 600 and we need 1,000. So by my maths,
Oh, no.
we need about 700 more. I'm tired and I'm hungry.
1,000 likes for 5-0. There you go. Job done.
Come
Nico
on, guys.
Labano.
Come on, help us out. Help the team out. Chloe's
1,251
never had
likes.
1,000 likes on a watch along, which she might have.
1,251 likes for Nunez, 4 goals.
There you go. Pajax laid down the marker.
That's what we want.
Got to get used to the shameless plugging for likes and comments and subs, Chloe.
Okay, for it.
No, you have to do it as well.
You know, I'd love
I
love
need at
half
least
a million.
1,000 likes just for me hair, really, to be honest.
one for every layer.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Millie.
Poor touch. I would love 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
We're 790 odd, aren't we? Sorry, my God, see.
Oh my God.
790. Is 790 more or less than 500,000?
Well, it's less, isn't it? 790 is well less than 500,000.
I thought you were talking 790k.
No, I was, yeah. I was being an
I know
idiot.
you
Sorry.
were.
Oh, shoot! That was them, by the way. Yeah,
So,
we're
how
on,
many subs do we need?
we're on 491
9-1.
roughly, so we need...
6.
Yeah. We need about 9,000 more YouTube subscribers. You don't have to pay for that either, that's free. If
Yeah.
you're just watching this and you're not
If
subscribed
we
to the
could
channel...
get to 500,000,
we get a
it's
thing...
literally 12.
YouTube sends us a trophy if we get to 500,000.
No,
They do, don't they?
no,
Don't you get a plaque of 500,000?
no.
It's the best.
Million. Millions.
What have we got upstairs?
10 and 100 or... Yeah, I think...
I thought you might have got a 500,000 plaque.
No, I don't think so. I think it's 1 million. And then I think it's like 50 million.
Yeah.
Can't see us ever getting to 50 million, to be honest.
No, I'll be surprised.
Not without some radical nudes.
Off you.
Yeah.
If
With your
we
long
got to
hair, though.
50 million subs, I promise we'll do Page Jack Nudes. 50 million YouTube
50
subs.
million subs is like PewDiePie levels.
I think-
Honestly, it is, yeah.
They do like custom ones at that
Yeah.
point.
I saw the other day True Geordie was nearly on 2 mil.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like. So yeah, this has been 12
Oh, what a
years.
header.
It's definitely been a slow burner if we're going to get to 50 mil. me and Paul will be
Come on,
in
Carvalho.
fucking...
Carvalho into the box. Oh!
Wow, what a lovely little run, Chloe.
I know. I enjoyed it. I mean, he's got some pace, and we had that much pace when he was in
He looked, he did look quick, didn't he?
It was the close control. It's like he's not knocking the ball 2 yards
Can I
ahead.
tell you who he reminds me of? Coutinho.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We were asking for comps before. I couldn't quite figure out who Nunez reminds me of.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of... Carvalho's got a bit of Coutinho. Very close control.
I like it.
Likes playing on the left.
Jamie Loudon. Evening team. Hope you're all good. Nunes will flop my arse. He's going to rip it up this season. Haaland's just the media's darling.
Oh,
Oh,
Nunez
yes.
has that!
Oh!
Goalie save.
Nunes.
That was a good header as well. I've enjoyed his
Ball in by
performance, Chris.
Milner. He's been great. This is him.
I've enjoyed Nunez' performance. That was a great header. It was just a good save.
He generates the power on that one himself. It
Yeah.
felt like.
Yeah, he does. He does
His
really good.
movement's really good for
And he's
it.
moving back as
It's
well.
a good save. If you're ultra critical, maybe he wants to get it down, but I don't think he can because he's got 2 defenders.
Yeah, that's a great header. That.
Yeah, he's unlucky. Good save.
Then that, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, is because we're only on 1,020 likes. We need 231
Oh,
more
nice. Get on
for
us.
his 4th.
Get on us.
We've got a corner, so if you
Corner.
hurry up and like... we
Get
might
likes now. You might
actually-
nod this in.
231 likes we need.
What are your thoughts
Come
on top knots / man buns? Well, not for you. What would you have Darwin in, like a headband instead?
Just shave his hair off.
Oh, fair enough, yeah. Like Lewis Garcia headband style, I used to like that.
No. I like...
Virgil wears like a little man bun, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Virgil's not human.
Yeah, it's true, yeah, he's a cyborg.
He's something else.
Curtis Jones.
Kurt. Nice technique.
I'm trying to think of whose hair I like. I mean, just you...
Can I go first?
Yeah.
I think Thiago's new skin fade looked good.
I mean...
Mo Salah's hair is good as well. Mo Salah's got good hair.
Go on.
I tell you what I don't like. Gomez's mutton chops.
Don't like it?
No, the mutton chops I don't like.
Oh, Harvey.
Nice. Harvey
Oh,
Elliott.
he's looking sharp.
Oh,
He's
Can't-
played him
can't-
through.
can he get it through?
Carvalho. Oh,
Good save. Good goalkeeper.
He just tried to dink it under the keeper there.
Has
It's
he
a
had
great
a
little
haircut?
run.
There's a little
Yeah.
snide fade of his own.
I don't like his haircut if we're talking hair.
That little bit of fluff on the side, what's that all about? Like a little chef's hat, doesn't it? Carvalho's
Well,
chef's hat. I watched him on that video where they were playing the TikTok games with the old guys. And got to know a little bit more about him.
Oh.
Oh, Milner,
James.
what a
Oh,
turn.
he's got Darwin on the shoulder.
Oh,
He's played it in.
Oh, good defending.
Oh, it's
You
a
know
good
what?
touch considering how hard he hit it. Like, just couldn't get it quite under.
Milner, what
Tell
a...
you what, I'm excited now.
James Milner's good, isn't he?
James Milner looks wicked. Jurgen Klopp looks really, really
Is
happy
John
there.
Achtenberg all right there? Just
What?
had his head in his hands for a little minute.
Just hot, probably. I know he feels, I'm sweating as well. Jürgen's telling him, he's talking to them all, having a little joke with them all.
Deary me. I am very excited for Darwin Nunez, you know.
Good first touch,
Needlessly so.
that. Good first touch.
I mean, that was pelted into him.
Milner's turn and cross was really good. Come on, big fella, get a goal. Corner's coming in. Matip header.
Matip,
I missed it. Back to
Carvalho, back stick.
Touch.
He's on the edge of the area. He's got it under control. He stepped his step over. Oh, doesn't quite go round his man.
It's all right, ball's still there, lad.
Don't foul him, don't foul him. Nice.
He's fine.
There you go.
Yeah,
Still
carry
in.
on. Kate Jones. Carvalho. Oh, good. Oh, he's been
it's
taken
fine,
out.
hello.
Was
We'd
taken
want the
out.
free kick
Give us the free. Yeah, I was going to say, can we have the free?
Give us
Oh,
the
I thought it was
Curtis
about to
taking
get a
a
little bit
piss.
tasty then.
Oh, we
Curtis!
are.
His
They're taking a
fucking
piss. They're going to
close
volley. Yeah, there we
control
go.
That's a foul. Can we have
Fucking
that one then?
tremendous.
No, what? That was a foul. But it's gone long. They've got some
No, it's his
defenders.
Mikas.
Rugby tackle to the
Yeah.
ground by
That's
Costas.
incredible.
That was a foul in the corner, by the way.
Yeah.
Milner's fuming at that ref.
Like, that was brilliant by Kurt Jones. The close control.
He
went
got
round
fouled
three
as well.
men.
And then
This is
Simicast,
absolutely immense.
rugby tackle, just threw on the floor.
Sacco did something similar, didn't he?
If you're going to foul him, make sure you fucking foul him.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's what I was thinking for Nunez, more that the Forsberg headband.
I don't like that either.
Nah.
I'm not the authority on this topic.
No, man.
Ball into the box. Liverpool.
Oh,
2 men at the
great
back
ball.
post. Go, stayed in. Some defender, Milner, nods it behind.
Hendo's
Hendo,
calling for
yeah.
offside.
He's
Then
screaming.
he's fuming.
Hendo thinks that was offside, yeah. Look, there's Milner's double C.
It's
Oh, yeah, it
incredible.
looks
A bit of
I enjoy
a
that.
little desperate dance double.
Gee, saying, what about Stefan Goodhalf?
Yeah.
He
very
set the
good
goal.
off.
Well, he helped create the goal.
won the
didn't he?
ball.
He's,
back,
he's won the
didn't he?
ball, high up the pitch a lot, yeah.
There you go. The full, I thought we were having a little bit of a breakdown, but nope.
Go on
I
now.
mean, there was
Might
three
now.
of them offside there, looking for the
What
big
a
ball
ball.
over
Go
the
on,
top.
Zach.
Nunez
Oh.
trying to run into
Nah,
space.
he's
We're
not
going
gonna
to
keep
run
that
out
in.
of space, unfortunately. Ball's going to go out of play.
Just a poor angle on the clearance, really.
80, just coming up on 87 minutes, about 10, 20 seconds away from
So
that.
there's about 7 minutes to go.
Steve's counting extra time, okay?
I'm not. I'm just an idiot. I'm so hungry. What shall I have for dinner? Mr. said we're going to get takeaway.
Nice.
in
She went,
Germany.
if I text when we leave here, she'll order, so it's there when I'm home. I'm thinking salt and pepper chicken.
Okay.
Oh,
go
Hendo
on,
wins the
Hendo.
ball. Elliott's
Oh.
not going to be quick enough, I don't think.
We look miles ahead of these in terms of sharpness, don't we?
Do you know what one of the best
That's
beers in the world is? Stay going back to that conversation from the thing. I saw this on Twitter. Rob Gutman was talking to somebody about it, you know, about best
best beer.
beers. The snide one in the Indian while you're waiting for your food. I can't believe I missed that one off.
Cheeky after your order, before your food comes out.
Because when you're waiting for a takeaway, because ours is one of them where you go in, it's a curry house, but you can get takeaway.
Oh, yeah.
So but you can't get delivery. But he always goes, a little beer. Like, yeah.
Well, why are you waiting for it to be made?
While you're on your own.
Yeah,
no wife, no kids, cheeky pint at the bar with the fellas.
Where I used to live on County Road, we used to go to the Chippy, and then there was a pub down the road, so you'd go in and to the Chippy, especially if it was busy, how long, and they'd be like 15 minutes, and everyone would be sneaking next door for a little swift one in the pub.
We used to order ours from the Five Ways pub on the roundabout, the Chunku's opposite, and she'd be like, "What's your name?" And we'd be like, "Chris, you can see me, I'm in the window." And she's like, "Sound, it's you again."
You know,
because our table was by the window by the Chinese.
Rob when he used to live in Bootle, he used to go out for a night out. And he'd go out about 8 o'clock and he'd walk past the pizza place and he'd wave and going out. And then and he'd have his pizza ready at 1:30. But like everything knew. He'd go like, "Same again for 1:30, Rob." And he'd be like, "Yeah." And he'd walk back in at 1:30, it'd be made, pay and get off. Like, this is amazing.
Glorious.
Like,
Glorious.
Life hacks at their best.
That's fantastic.
He'd give them a little nod out on the way out to have it ready for him.
I am enjoying Carvalho.
Yeah, he's looking good, isn't he? Some silky skills. That left-hand side looks really nice with Kurt Jones and Carvalho. Impressive. Milner's probably been one of the better players as well.
He's been unbelievable.
See
you later.
Go on, Darwin. Get centre, Darwin.
Carvalho.
No, you're in. Yeah.
Darwin Nunez.
But,
it's in! Oh, the goalie throws that in as well.
Nice one.
That was Carvalho. Good nod and that header. Darwin's got 4.
He's hit the target and he's done it. 4. We didn't quite get
why,
the likes.
You give Carvalho the seconds before him enjoying his performance, and that was really good.
It was brilliant.
He skinned someone. Again, Coutinho did that often. A little nod head around someone. Very Coutinho-esque, and then good run by him.
Did we hit the likes that we needed?
We didn't quite. We got to 1,100 something. Held his run really well. Ball's nice.
Maybe that's why
it's a slow ball and he plays it to his right foot, doesn't it? Which is obviously what he wants.
It feels like he has to be. He's not around it enough to get the angle that he needed.
To be honest, if the goalie saves that, I think Harvey Elliott taps it in anyway.
I mean, that's shocking.
He's not a good goalie. This guy, he's had a shocker really. But
nice one though.
Yeah, listen, confidence, 4 goals. I see that. Even if he saves that though, Chloe, Harvey Elliott's going to tap that in. Unless he'd have to hold on to it.
He's a big fat flop, him, isn't he?
The goalie?
No, Darwin.
Oh, he's on his knees. Oh, is it
fucking
full time?
loving life. I mean, our boss is that.
I don't know.
He's talking to Curtis Jones. I don't think either of them got any idea what the other one's saying.
No.
Full time?
Is it full time?
That's class, mate.
Come on, Chris.
Darwin Nunez, 4 goals. The final whistle show. My word. Liverpool 5, Mo Salah 1, Darwin Nunez 4. 4 fucking goals from Darwin Nunez. The biggest flop in Premier League history. Has scored 4 in a pre-season friendly before the Premier League has even kicked off. I'm here with Chloe. I'm here with Steehor. Chloe, the talk of the town is, of course, Darwin Nunez. What a second half from him.
Yeah, he was brilliant. He was really lively when he came on. His runs were brilliant as well. And you know, we talk about that second goal of his, which was absolutely magnificent. That is a striker's goal. It was the second touch, the outside of the boot touch to get him the angle that he wanted. And the shot to slot it, bottom bin. There's not a lot of strikers out there who finish it the way he finished it. They probably get a goal, but that's a striker's finish. His movement was there. His energy was there. Yeah, he probably got gifted 2 goals there, but who really cares? It gave him the confidence to get that second goal, which was incredible. And you've saw the sparks there for him. Now go and do it in the Premier League, where you're bound to get how many chances because of this Liverpool side. That header that was saved as well, it just gives us another aspect in a football game. Put one in the box, let him attack it. It was boss to see. It's been a boss game.
No, yeah, 5-0. I mean, for me, I talked about it at half time about how I love the dovetailing of the strikers. The front three's changed over the course of the second half. You've got Nunez, you've got Harvey Elliott on the right hand side, you've got Carvalho on the left. That last goal is one where the strikers have sort of changed positions a little bit. Darwin's run out to the left hand side, but the third goal is the one that I find most interesting for me. I don't know whether you would agree with that.
Yeah, so basically Trent ends up in that centre mid position where he's finding himself more recently. He flicks it through. Yeah, it was Nunez. He takes 2 touches and finishes. Chloe's right.
Sorry, his third goal.
Oh yeah, so I get that. So on his goal, sorry, the first one with Trent plays it through, touch finish. that second touch of foot was magnificent. His third goal, he's in the right place, and not only does he get a toe on it, he guides it into the corner. Because if he just hit that even that goal, he was crap. He might have just threw it in, but he guides it round the corner. So the first goal, it's a penalty. I'll be honest, I think he should have saved it. The fourth one's a good run. I think the goalie should have saved it. But that second and third goal, he got the goal, off the shoulder. What we've been told, that's what he likes doing. Even though he's a big lad, you'd expect him to be like this, back to goal lad. He actually he's the opposite. He wants to run in behind. We saw that. And then the third one is the type of goal Liverpool number 9s need to score. Yep. Sadio Mane scored loads of them. After there's been the right place, right time to finish.
One touch.
Jota does the same thing. One touch goals, and so I was very.
He scored that header as well. And he scored that.
Yeah, header. Yeah, like I say that the second and third goals. Even he's got 4, and I understand like that. I get the headlines brilliant. Hopefully, it does his confidence the world of good. But goal number 2 and goal number 3, I thought were ones that like. Again, it's pre-season. Same as the last one. You don't want to criticise him too much for having bad games. You don't want to overboard. But they're the type of goals. They're the type of chances he should get in this team. So it's nice to see him finishing. His second goal is the one I was most impressed by. That was like, yeah, I can see what you're doing now. First touch, a lot of people would have hit it straight away, but he takes that extra touch, creates the angle, and then goes back on the goal, like Chloe says. So, in fact,
4 goals in 45 minutes. That's one every.
God. 45 divided by 4, 11 minutes 15 seconds.
Well done.
Yes, get it. Great maths from me. Nailed it at the end. Clutch. Failed off with the watching when it came up. When it needed.
Brilliant.
Swoosh at the end.
Vinatieri style.
Absolutely just turned up when it needed it. I think Liverpool's 2 best players in the second half are actually the 2 new signings. And I think that's hugely positive as well. At the start of the set, I thought Carvalho was excellent. I say this 2 of the 3 because James Milner was probably man of the match. He was unbelievable as well. But I was really impressed by how good Carvalho was. His movement, again, I'll go back to it, he reminds me, he's got a bit of Phil Coutinho about him. He's shifty on the ball, he likes to dribble, he likes to cut onto that left foot, he picks a pass when he needs to. So the 2 new signings playing well in that second half was the main thing. And then of the first half, I don't know what you, Chloe, I thought it was the Mo Salah show, whatever. I thought of that first half team, Salah stood out, which again, having your best player stand out in good nick going into the season, because he scored the opening goals in every season he's been here. He's on for the record, and I wouldn't put it past him. If he plays like that, he'll score against Fulham.
Is it 5 years on the bounce he scored in the
yeah, so
game?
he signs in... What's the hell?
2017, 18.
So he scored in the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So he's on for 6 on the run. Good maths again by me. You wouldn't put it past him in that form, scoring against Fulham.
No, you wouldn't. I was just taken away by your maths.
Honestly.
Yeah, 5 plus 1. He got to 6 really quickly, didn't he?
Clip it. No, he was brilliant first half. I think second half excited me more than the first half, and maybe that's just because in the first half we were just really in control. It wasn't too spectacular, and also you had a lot of players on the pitch who we've known get the job done week in, week out.
Everyone just did what you'd expect them to do, kind of thing, yeah.
And we strolled through it. Second half, you had the likes of Elliott and Carvalho, left wing and right wing, with Nunez. And like I mentioned, maybe because they're not the normal front 3, where Diaz, Firmino, Salah, they know each other now, they interchange, they know the runs of each other. Those 3 didn't, so it was very much, okay, I'm just going to play what's in front of me. Nunez is on the shoulder, yeah, let's put it in behind there. And it was very good. It was really entertaining to see. Like you said, Carvalho was brilliant. His close control, silky of him. Curtis Jones did fairly well. You've got a name, James Milner, because how good he was. Yeah, so good. He was incredible. Also, the likes of Bajcetic, I'm going to say, was really impressive. And also Henderson. I thought Henderson had a good game.
Do you know what I enjoyed most probably about the second half is the fact that we played down the left. Like, we don't normally play down the left. It was just quite fun.
And yet, the Carvalho show, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Yeah, and yet, even when we played down the left, Milner's probably, for me, player of the half.
Yeah.
Bar Nunez, of course, he gets 4 goals.
It's nice that you mentioned, you said in the half-time, when they came on that hour, what was it, when Nunez and Carvalho and Elliott become a 3, it's like, how are they going to play together? Well, they both assisted them, which is a huge positive. I like that Liverpool gave him the penalty as well. Like Mo Salah, very selfish of him.
In pre-season.
No, but I think he is.
Game,
you say that, mate.
In a Premier League game, he ain't getting that.
No,
so that tells me he's not asked in pre-season, Steve.
No, I think
he's in a Premier League game, he's not giving.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But I think he particularly I wouldn't mind a goal. But
he knows what's right for the team and the squad.
Yeah, exactly. Good squad. Good squad management by all of them. I think. Again, the second half was different because I thought Leipzig looked knackered and they made a lot of changes as well, like we did, and they didn't look anywhere near the level we are. And you told me before, like, they've been in training the same amount of time. Maybe, and again, it's probably why Milner looks so good, because he is just so fit. Like, he's fitting everyone on the pitch, so that helped.
I suppose the other thing is, I believe, I'm right in saying this, they've just come out of their Austria training camp, so they had one in Austria as well. So they might have more in the legs, just a little bit more dead.
We look way sharper, didn't we?
Yeah, we've just had that little bit more rest time because we've come back from obviously the Far East, and then we've had a little bit of rest. We've gone into the game nowhere near as much in the legs. This is again why you can't judge even our performance, because you don't know where their teams are. When everyone's full going for it, it's league time. That's when you can judge off against other teams, isn't it? But what you can get excited about is individual moments. Those little bits of skill, those little link-up plays, which is what we're talking about between the front three. How Stefan stepped into the midfield slot and how he made it look his own and stuff like that. How Chimikas just seems to play the same every single time. Whether it's Premier League or pre-season, he gets balls into the box, he gets up and down, he throws his body on the line, he fucking rugby tackles people. This is what you wanted. That's what you see from Costas week in, week out. Joe Gomez looking fitter, stronger every single time he takes to the field. Kanate looked good apart from that one small error in the first half. We know what Virgil van Dijk's like. The midfield looks great. What it says to me is what we've already known, Chloe. We've got a fucking great squad.
We're boss, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think about those two halves. I mean,
both
either of them team could go out against Fulham. It's just true.
And there's no Jota, and there's no Chamberlain, and there's no Alisson involved as well. No Kelleher.
I mean, Adrian was actually really good in that first
made a good
half
save,
as well.
yeah, he did,
I think it shows the squad depth that you've got, and it also shows the competitiveness. I mean, Carvalho's only just came in, young lad, and we're all sat here thinking, whilst we'd love to see him from the start. And maybe in the games like Fulham where teams are going to sit back, you think, okay, well, let's use you instead of someone else, maybe a Henderson or Elliott for Henderson, someone like that. So we've got so many options. It's so good to think about. I mean, I'm just excited. Before this game, I was excited for the season, but I feel excited now. I want it to start tomorrow where I didn't
Got a few
before.
weeks left, haven't we, as well?
I know. I want to see us play again, and that's what you get when you're closer to pre-season, but also when you're seeing the team have a bit more cohesion, because these players have been out. They've probably kicked a ball, but they've been relaxing. They've been off on their own thing. We've brought new players in, and we've gone back to it. We're getting the obvious fitness, but also we're getting the knowledge of reminding each other where we play, how we play, the positions, the runs we all make. And it seems like it's finally gelling a little bit.
Look good.
Yeah. Did you see that then, Steve, on the highlights? They just showed the Nunez penalty again. First man over to him, big fat smile on his face, Jordan Henderson. Because he knows what it means for somebody to get integrated into this squad and believe that they can play at the level that we need him to play at. Yeah. Like, it's the big talking point is Darwin's 4 goals, and we've discussed them, obviously, the technique and the process behind them and stuff like that already. But what does that give Darwin Nunez going into the Community Shield and the rest of the friendlies in the Premier League season?
Yeah, it's the season. Maybe he needs to tweet more often. I don't know. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the tweet, but maybe that's what he needs to do. There's certain sportsmen who thrive with a point to prove, almost, like, and it felt a bit like that. Like he's obviously heard the noise and things. Like I say, the goal, it's a goal he should save the penalty, he should save the 4th one. But even if he'd scored just 2 goals and it was that second and third goal, I'd have been delighted. The other 2 are a bit of fluff, if truth be told. It's nice and it's amazing that he gets all 4.
When you take your shot first time and for the 4,
yeah, listen, he's in
I know, like,
that's
people
true.
should save it, but it happens all the time.
And he makes a good run. And listen, his penalties are hard enough to go past the goalie's hand. So you're right, and you're probably right. Maybe I'm a bit harsh on him, but yeah, we've. The only thing I wanted out of this friendly, because again, be asked really, if truth be told, where we're up to, I wanted a goal for him because I think he needed it because obviously just to settle his nerves and get a bit of confidence. The fact that he's got fucking 4 of them, he's played what now, a half there, and
he's played about 110 minutes
in my maths.
Do the maths. Yeah.
No, I think that's near enough right anyway. But either way,
you'd have got it wrong.
Oh, I'd have been shocking. But like, this is the goal. I'm just boshing back on the highlights. Yeah. That second one is a really, really, and that's the one I'm really most proud of. Like in terms of like, yeah, brilliant, love it. That's what you want from your striker.
I just think this is exactly what he needed going into the season. He can forget about everything else now. He doesn't need to score a goal again in pre-season. Yeah. That he can just concentrate on getting fit, getting the understanding with the players, and getting ready now, because the monkey is off the back. He's got his goals in pre-season. I can't remember anyone ever scoring 4 goals in pre-season friendly.
Nah.
Like, it just doesn't really happen.
I think it's
does
nice
it?
as well that, like, he can, like you said, what I like, he probably isn't fully integrated yet, because there's a couple of times where he made the wrong run or he made the wrong pass. But what it showed is, let him do what he's good at, and he's really good at it. He still has to do a little bit of change to adapt to Liverpool, but we know he can score goals. He scored loads of goals. He's done it against us. Similar. Like, we know that. So we're giving the opportunity. If he finds himself in a position where he can do what we know he can do, he'll deliver. And it might just be, he might not be the perfect jigsaw fit straight away, because it's impossible to do that in this team. But if he can score goals and while he's learning, absolute Brucey
And
bonus.
sand the edges down, and soon enough he'll fit right into the middle of that.
But in the meantime, he's still useful. He get his goal. Like, if a half chance forced him against Fulham, he might not have the best game, but we know he's got the ability to put it in the back of the net.
And we don't get carried away here on Redmen TV for pre-season friendlies. But Chloe, how many goals is he getting this season?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I won at least 22.
4 in every half.
I said he'd be
4 times.
I said he'd be getting 25 to 30 goals this season a few weeks ago.
All comps.
Like, if he's allowed to score 4 in every half, I mean, that might be a bit low, to be honest with you. Because there are some
60
players,
games last year, like 240 goals.
So, like, Daniel Sturridge always felt like, I know he scored braces, but he always felt like he'd just get 1 a game. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Whereas Suarez would rack up 3 in a game, 4 in a game, 2 in a game. And like,
That's
Salah's done a bit of both during his Liverpool
You need
career.
to start, when you want to win those golden boots, you stat pad. A goal in a 7-0 against Fulham is worth the same as a 1. Like, in terms of, if that's all you're interested in, so fill your boots. Like, if you get a chance, go and do it. Yeah, if he plays every minute, 90 minutes, and scores 4 every half, I mean, it's 60.
Jesus Christ.
124.
M. Brown, come back to
480.
M. Brown, you worked that out while we were talking. M. Brown, member for 12 months. Fabio's acceleration is very exciting. Some signing, indeed. Paul Cochran, brace yourselves. Monkey off the back up the Reds. Absolutely. Thank you for those 2 super chats. We were just talking about that exact thing. The Carvalho acceleration thing, we talked about a lot of things, Chloe. We didn't actually talk about his acceleration and his movement, but what caught my eye was that close control.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the 1-4 Darwin's goal, isn't it? Where he heads it to himself basically over the defender, and then he runs onto it. And I didn't think he was a fast player, but maybe it was the fact that it was close control and it looked fast.
He's quick with the ball.
Yeah.
I've referenced
if he's running onto something, he probably doesn't have the pace, but with it, he looks very fast, and maybe that's because he's got such close control.
Again, Coutinho and Suarez were 2, like, neither of them were lightning quick, like, but like with the ball.
But they didn't slow down when they had the ball.
Exactly.
So they look so fast, and they skip past people.
This is it, yeah.
Now he's with the ball. He moves so well.
Yeah, and he looked brilliant. I don't want to, go over the top with it, but even in the last 2 games, he's looked really good. I think there was one where in the last game he cuts in on his right as well and has a shot, and it hits the post or whatever. So, I mean, we know he's got it all. It's just really exciting because I don't think we've had a Coutinho since Coutinho left, and we didn't really need to. But how many times is it talked about the fact that we rely on our front 3 so much for creativity? There's not enough assists or goals in our midfield. And if he can come in the left side of midfield, or if he does have to come in for Diaz if Jota's not fit, I think he can do boss. And I think it's his silkiness. He doesn't need the pace. Like where Coutinho, you'd never want him as your out-and-out left winger because he doesn't have pace, but his silkiness was the reason why he was so good there.
Not get away with it's the wrong way of saying.
Play a different way.
Play a different, like not the Jurgen Klopp left winger that we're so used to, and I think Carvalho can do that.
Quad Bod in our Discord for Club Legends says, can we start talking about the quad yet? Absolutely.
Yeah, for you, Butch.
But Jive Henry says, we are now. Community Shield makes it 5, so there you go. Liverpool, on that note, scored 5 today. Darwin Nunez himself scored 4 of those 5 goals. How long was he on the field for? 45 minutes. He came on at half-time. Oh, fantastic. Really excited for the game against Salzburg. We'll be back, though. Before then, we've got loads of shows over the next week or so coming up. Main podcast, of course, is Tuesday. But most importantly, I suppose, we've got a cracking new episode of our Hendo 10 docu-series coming out on podcast form. It's Friday tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Friday. 9 a.m. Steve?
9 a.m.
There you go. See?
Check it out. The first one's
It's all there.
free now. Go and check out Amazing. Yeah, you'll love it. Absolutely.
It is absolutely sensational. As sensational as Darwin Nunez was in that 45 minutes. Thank you all very much for joining us, and we'll see you all soon.
Get closer to Liverpool Football Club and the amazing city of Liverpool with Redmen Plus. More content for your eyes and ears, documentaries, extra bonus Redmen shows, podcast features, interviews. Get close to the culture of Liverpool Football Club on Redmen Plus.